Guys, what is good and what is going on, Ohio State Buckeye Nation? Your boy BLSG back in the building for another Ohio State Buckeyes live play-by-play and reaction. That's right, ladies and gents. We are back for another one here this morning, afternoon kind of thing. Technically the afternoon because technically it is noon here on the East Coast. But we are here no matter what, ladies and gentlemen. We're also trying the experiment. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but we are trying the wireless earbud experiment again. We did tweak a couple things, though, so hopefully the audio will be better with the wireless earbuds now. But that is beside the point of why we are here today. As today, we are here for another Ohio State Buckeyes live play-by-play and reaction as the number 2 ranked 8-1 Ohio State Buckeyes, 5-1 in the Big Ten, take on the 4-5 Northwestern Wildcats with a record of 2-4 also in the Big Ten. This game is being played at Wrigley Field, home of the Chicago Cubs when it comes to the MLB. But today it will be the home of the Northwestern Wildcats, since the Wildcats will be named as the home team here for this Big Ten matchup. Shout out to everyone who started coming through, ladies and gents. We got 3 people up in here. Appreciate all you guys for coming through and tuning in already. If you guys have not done so, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to go ahead and hit the like button on the stream. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And everybody be sure to go ahead and share out this stream to as many people as you can so we can bring more viewers up into the chat. You guys know how we rock and roll as always, so let's get down to business here. You already know we got to go ahead and start off with the chat. We only got one person tuning in the chat, but it is better than none. SG Sports Talk, my God, what's going on, sir? Appreciate you coming through and tuning in. One of my good supporters right there who is known to be a troll. But at the end of the day, he's here for the support, and I greatly appreciate it. So shout out to my guy for coming through and tuning in. And like my fan, I thought so. SG Sports Talk, appreciate you for coming through to the stream. I am doing well, sir. Hopefully you're doing the same, my guy. Hopefully everyone's doing well on this Saturday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as another week of college football approaches us between the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Northwestern Wildcats. And this game will get set underway here pretty soon from Wrigley Field here in Chicago, Illinois, home of the Chicago Cubs. But today it will be the home of the Northwestern Wildcats. Love all your content. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you for coming through, tuning in, and as always, continuing to support. SC Sports Talk, if you're still up in here, my guy, also let me know if the audio is good because we are trying the experiment again with the wireless earbuds. So let me know if the audio is good in the chat. I did tweak a couple things to the last time that we did this, but I think this will work this time. So let me know if you can hear me. All right, guys, so I just checked the audio. It looks like we will be okay for now, but give me your guys' feedback down below in the chat on how the audio is. Looks like Ohio State won the toss, and they will elect to defer until the second half, so Northwestern will get the ball first as kickoff is underway. This will start off with a touchback, and Northwestern will start from their own 25-yard line. And here comes the Northwestern Wildcats offense here in 2024. I don't know why this chart is screwing up with me here, but anyway, here comes the Northwestern Wildcats offense led by their sophomore quarterback, Jack Losh, who this season in 7 starts has come through with a 54% completion percentage. I don't know what the hell's going on with this depth chart. Like, stop. But here we go. 1st and 10 for the Northwestern Wildcats here from their own 25. Losh with the snap. Looking, going to tuck and run early on, and he's going to get a few yards. And he'll get a gain of about 3 or 4 yards to start. And it'll be a 2nd down and 6 here for the Northwestern Wildcats off the first play from scrimmage. We get a look at the Northwestern offense here. Running back Cam Porter, wide receiver C.J. Johnson, Michigan transfer A.J. Henning, Bryce Kurtz, and then the tight end being Thomas Gordon. And then their offensive line consisting of some solid offensive linemen, but we will see how they hold up against this Ohio State pass rush. 2nd down and 6 here for the Northwestern Wildcats to get this game started here. They're standing at about their own 28-yard line. Losh with the snap. Looking in shotgun. Gets away from pressure, and now he's dumped for a loss. Sonny Styles gets there for the sack. Jack Sawyer got there first, but Sonny Styles goes ahead and finishes the job. I don't know why this is doing this. Like, what is happening? Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to pull up the depth chart here for Northwestern, but apparently the one that I like to use is apparently has like some type of ad blocker on it or something. Like, I don't know what is going on. But third down and 13 here for Northwestern. It's going to be a run play here, and it's going to be Cam Porter. Did he get the first down? Looks like he did. We'll go with this depth chart here. A good run here on third down and long here by Cam Porter for Northwestern. Really good running back here for the Northwestern Wildcats. He does pick up the first down against an Ohio State run defense that has been pretty good all season long. Cam Porter, 97 carries for 387 yards so far. I did not see the touchdown total for Cam Porter. But as you can tell, he has been a really solid running back for the Wildcats this season. As Jack Losh with the snap, just gets the pass away, finds the man. That's going to be A.J. Henning, I think. And that is the Michigan transfer, A.J. Henning, coming away with the reception, getting a couple yards here on first down. As we get a look at this Ohio State defense here, led by J.T. Tuimoloau, Ty Hamilton, Jack Sawyer, Tyleik Williams, Sonny Styles, and Cody Simon will be the starting linebackers. And in the secondary, Jason Igbenos and Jordan Hancock and nickel, Caleb Downs and Latham Ransom as your safeties, and then Denzel Burke as the team's other starting cornerback. Second down and 8 here for the Northwestern Wildcats for Jack Losh and the Wildcats offense here. What will the Wildcats do here? They currently stand at their own 37-yard line. Losh bringing the receiver in motion, takes a snap, hands it off to Cam Porter. Cam Porter running up the gut, and he's going to be just a little bit short by about a yard of the first down. And not a great start for this Ohio State run defense as they get up to a couple massive runs to the Northwestern starting running back in Cam Porter. Not the start that Ohio State's run defense is looking for, but they will look to pick it up here as it's a third down and 1, and they will look for a stop. Here we go, third down and 1 here for the Wildcats. Looking to pick up this first down here. Lost with the snap on third and 1. Goes on play action. Looking. Firing down the middle of the field, and it's caught. Picked up by number 17, and he will get the first down. Number 17 for Northwestern making a nice play here on the football. Number 17 being one of their top wide receivers, and Bryce Kurtz on the outside. 27 receptions for Bryce Kurtz, as well as 414 yards. A good start for Bryce Kurtz in this game so far for a first down and 10 and a fresh set of downs from the Ohio State 36. Jack Losh so far 2 of 2 and 22 yards passing. Lost the handoff to Cam Porter, and he runs into a wall of Tyleik Williams and Jack Sawyer and some more. But he runs into a wall of scarlet and white, and he will be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Great job right there by Tyleik Williams, though, to make a massive stop here on first down to keep Cam Porter at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a second down and 10 here for the Northwestern Wildcats. You can already see Tyleik Williams is breathing heavily out there. You can already see it on his face and just the way he's breathing in general. But second down and 10 here for the Wildcats. Once again from the Buckeyes 36. Lost set to go. Takes the snap. Looking. Fires in the middle of the field. It's caught by the tight end. And the tight end is going to get the first down. That is going to be number 88. And that is going to be Marshall Lang. That's actually the backup tight end for Northwestern. The starting tight end, Thomas Gordon, is currently not on the field right now. But Marshall Lang comes in as the backup tight end and makes a really nice play on the football. And another fresh set of downs here for the Northwestern Wildcats. And again, Ohio State's defense not off to the best of starts. And then one of the best defensive coordinators in the game in Jim Knowles. And so far his defensive game plan is not working out. And Ohio State's defense overall will look to capitalize. First and 10 here for the Wildcats from the Buckeyes 21. Ohio State looking to send the house here. Lost the snap. Hands it off to the backup running back. And he'll only get about 2 yards on the carry. That might have been their backup running back, I should say, in Caleb Komolafe. That might have been who was running with the football here. But anyway, he will get a couple yards on the carry. Impact players in this game for both sides. For the Northwestern Wildcats is wide receiver A.J. Henning and wide receiver Bryce Kurtz. And then for the secondary for Ohio State on defense, it's going to be the safety Caleb Downs and the star cornerback in Davison Igbinosun. 2nd and 7 here for the Wildcats. Losh with the snap. Just has to get the pass away, and it's going to be incomplete. Losh had nowhere to go with the football, and he'll just throw it out of bounds. Making it a 3rd down and 7 here for the Northwestern Wildcats. As you can see, Ohio State just brought everybody from their pass rush. Even some of the linebackers came in to rush the quarterback, and that is much more of an aggressive Jim Knowles defense than we have seen all season from the Buckeyes. And then we'll look to keep it up here. This will be a 3rd down and 7 attempt here from the Wildcats here. Can they come away with a potential first down, or will they have to kick a field goal? We shall see, as it is closer to the 19-yard line from where the Northwestern will be spotted at in Ohio State territory. Play clock was never reset. So now it will be reset to 22 seconds, and now is winding down. From the 18.5-yard line, 3rd and 7. Jack Losh looking, gets away from pressure, going to run, and will not get the first down. It's a fumble, picked up by the Buckeyes. Igbinosun has it in his hands, and Ohio State's defense coming up huge here in the first quarter. Fumble recovered by Ohio State, and great start for this Ohio State defense after they started out rough. Let Northwestern get down inside the red zone. They make a nice play on defense. Fumble recovered by Ohio State, and the offense coming up next here for the Buckeyes featuring Will Howard. The fumble was caused by Jack Sawyer, number 33, on the pass rush, and then picked up by Igbinosun, and Ohio State will take it the other way as they will have possession of the football. And Will Howard and the Ohio State offense coming up next year on the Big Ten Network. My guy Bruce Harper, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you coming through, sir, and supporting as always. Hit like button if you're not done so, sir. Appreciate you coming through the stream. I hope you have been doing good. Absolutely, Bruce. Appreciate you coming through and supporting. I feel Ohio State is number 1 in the Big Ten. Absolutely, man. I mean, it's a little tough though, considering that you have to consider the fact that Ohio State did lose to Oregon. But Bruce, I'm going to make a statement here and say that for next week's game, when Ohio State plays the Indiana Hoosiers, if Ohio State beats Indiana next week, because if you don't know, Indiana is ranked number 5 in the country, but if Ohio State can beat the Indiana Hoosiers, they should be number 1 in the country as well as the entire Big Ten. That's where they should be. If Ohio State can beat Indiana next week, then they should be number 1 in the Big Ten. Because Oregon's just got a bunch of cakewalks left. Ohio State's wins will be much more impressive, especially that Indiana game, assuming Ohio State does win it, and that will put them number 1 in the country. Hopefully. I mean, if they stay number 2 in the country, assuming Ohio State does beat Indiana, and if they do still remain number 2 in the country, I would lose my mind. Did you see the team up north is horrible now? Exactly. Dude, that whole team that had all those players go to the draft, that was all Jim Harbaugh's squad. This is Sharon Moore's squad now. Michigan sucks whenever they don't have a single John. Wait, Jim or John? Whenever they don't have a single Jim Harbaugh recruit on the team, they can't do anything. So, especially the super team that they had last year, they really don't have any of those guys this year. So, at the end of the day, Michigan probably did not have that many expectations and is probably expected to go on a national championship hangover. I watched that game and I feel we were better than Oregon and I feel we would dominate Indiana. Hey man, we'll see. I mean, Indiana. There's a reason why Indiana is the fifth ranked team in the country as of right now for a reason. Anyway, the Ohio State offense comes on the field. Senior quarterback Will Howard will lead the charge, coming in with a 74% completion percentage, 248.6 passing yards per game, and is responsible for 24 touchdowns, rushing and passing for Ohio State this season. As Will Howard takes a snap, checks it down to Quinshawn Judkins on the first play from scrimmage. Judkins will get about 8 or 9 yards here, so there'll be a second down short coming up for the Buckeyes to start off this game. As we can see, Ohio State has a very explosive firepower offense. Again, they continue to move Donovan Jackson left tackle to replace Josh Simmons, and then Zen Mahalski sits the bench, and then Carson Hinsman goes in that left guard with Seth McLaughlin at center, and then the whole right side is the same still. As Quinshawn Judkins on the carry will just be lucky enough to get back to the line of scrimmage, and it will remain about a 3rd down and 2 here coming up for the Buckeyes, as the Bucks will look to not go 3 and out. We shall see what the Wildcats do here against the Ohio State offense on 3rd down and 2. Howard going to hand it off to Judkins. Judkins breaks a tackle and gets the first down right about midfield. Quinshawn Judkins with the first down for the Buckeyes. Quinshawn Judkins said, I'm going to lay my head down and I'm going to stay on my feet and I'm going to keep on running. Gets it up to about the Ohio State 49-yard line. And there's a reason why this man is on the team here for Ohio State and has looked like the better running back over TreVeyon Henderson this season. But here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes as Howard takes the snap, rolls to his left, has to just get the pass away, and he will, and he'll just throw it out of bounds. Pass rush got to Will Howard, so Will Howard making the right decision, throwing it away. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 here for the Buckeyes. Says I agree why Indiana is number 5, but they're the worst number 5 team I've ever heard of in my life. I mean, we're going to find out next week, man. We're going to find out next week on who this Indiana team really is. Bruce, also let me know, is the audio okay with the wireless earbuds now? Because we're trying this experiment again. 2nd down and 10 here for the Buckeyes as Howard brings Jeremiah Smith in motion. Howard with the handoff to Judkins, though, who runs it up the middle. Judkins still going. And Judkins will get about, I want to say 5 yards on the carry. 4 yards. So it'll be a 3rd down and 6 here for the Northwestern Wildcats. Or rather, I should say for the Ohio State Buckeyes, I should say. So 3rd down and 6 here coming up. Buckeyes set to go from the Northwestern 47. Howard with the snap. Fires on the left side. Caught by Cornell Tate. And he will not get the first down. He will get held down and it will be 4th down. So what does Ohio State do here? If you know the Buckeyes offense coached by Chip Kelly, you will know that they are known for being aggressive on 4th down and going for it on these 4th down and 1 situations. And it should be what they do here. I mean, they should really quarterback sneak it. I mean, okay, it's a little bit further than what I thought, but Howard in the gun here with Judkins in the backfield. Howard going to hand it off to Judkins up the middle. 1st down and more. Quinshawn Judkins. How about this? Quinshawn Judkins so far getting all the 1st quarter carries. Impact players on the other side of the ball were TreVeyon Henderson and Emeka Buka are the impact players for the offense for Ohio State. And then Anto Saka and Evan Smith, the impact players for the Northwestern defense. Anto Saka is a defensive lineman. Evan Smith is a defensive back. So look for those players on the field here in this one. 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes inside the Northwestern 40 at about the 38-yard line of the Wildcats right now. Howard with the snap, going to hand it off to Abuka, who gets wrapped up in the backfield on a jet sweep, and they should never run that play again. Robert Fitzgerald, number 6, making the tackle here for this Wildcats defense. 2nd down and 15 coming up for the Buckeyes And this should be a little bit of a pass play here unless they elect to run the ball with Quinshon Judkins. Or speaking of which, Travion Henderson has now entered the game here for Ohio State. First time he's entered the game in this one. Howard takes a snap, fires on the left side, caught by the true freshman receiver, Jeremiah Smith, trying to get to the outside and will not. He does get inside the 40, though, for a little bit better field position. But it'll be a third down and long here for Ohio State, specifically a third down and 10. So third down long coming up here for the Buckeyes. 3.5 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. Third and 10 at about the 37.5, 38-yard line. Howard in shotgun takes the snap with Henderson in the backfield. Has to fire it down the middle of the field. Jeremiah Smith goes up. Did he get it and maintain control? Yes, he did. Touchdown Buckeyes. The true freshman wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith, getting things started here for the Buckeyes here at Wrigley Field. Woo! What a throw from Will Howard and what a catch from Jeremiah Smith. The one-handed grab, did it survive the ground? It looks like he has full control for the moment. They're going to show it in slow-mo. Oh, I don't know. They're looking at it slowly. I mean, it comes out for a little bit, but as long as you have control of the ball, it can touch the ground. The ball can touch the ground as long as you have control of the football. Oh, I don't know, man. That might actually be incomplete. I don't know, bro. That might be incomplete, actually. I saw the football move. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. That football might have actually moved. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh man. If the football moved, then it's an incomplete pass. But if he has possession of the football, because the football can touch the ground, but he just has to have full control with the football in his hands. And they almost lost to Michigan. Yeah. Feels okay, but it's not that good. I mean, I'm listening to the audio too, and it's also breaking out, so I do see what you're talking about. And just like I said, the football moved, so it's going to be an incomplete pass from Will Howard to Jeremiah Smith. Will Howard thought, and especially Jeremiah Smith thought he had it. He's like, "Are you kidding me?" So it'll be a fourth down and 10. And unfortunately for Ohio State, they're going to have to settle for a field goal. At least I think they're going to have to. I mean, no, they're going to punt it. So a little bit long for Jaden Fielding, but it is going to be a punt here. It will be a fair catch here by A.J. Henning, the Michigan transfer. And for the Northwestern defense, 3 total points allowed on the first drive of the game, and they gave up none to Ohio State. So it will still remain a 0-0 game as the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Northwestern Wildcats will be tied after a further review for the scoring. Apparently the football did move to make it an incomplete pass, and Ohio State Northwestern will still be tied at 0 in this Big Ten matchup. Yeah, Bruce, give me 1 second. Actually, I'm gonna take the earbuds off.
Yeah, let me just do this. There we go. It should be better now. I set the audio to default instead of the Bluetooth headset because I am using StreamYard, so this is what we're going to go with for now. It should definitely be a lot better because I did change the audio. Yeah, it is better. I just checked the audio too, so now we know we're not using these again. But Bruce, hey, appreciate it for letting me know about the audio, sir. Thank you. I mean, here's the thing though, like you never know unless you try, right? So you figure you just try something. Even though we tried it the first time and it didn't work out great, made a couple tweaks and it still didn't work. So whatever. So it cuts out a little bit, but only a little bit. I feel they will run it and get the first down. I feel the Sixers made a big mistake by signing Paul George, and also they're not supporting Embiid in his controversies, so he will not play his best. I mean, yeah, you definitely have a point, but like, I just don't know how to explain it, Bruce. I really don't know how to explain it right now, but like, dude, I don't know how to put it, man. Like, this team just confuses me at times, you know? But the Wildcats are set to take over here on first down, deep in their own territory as Jack Losh with the ball rolls out to his left, completes the pass to his intended receiver. That's going to be Kurtz again, number 17. And he will get about 5 yards, so it'll be a second down and 5 here coming up for the Wildcats. But I just don't know how to explain how the Sixers season's going, man. It's bad, though. I will just say that right now. So Jeremiah Smith is amazing on that amazing throw by Howard. I mean, yeah, it would have been a better catch, though, if he would have caught it for a touchdown. I mean, if he would have held on to the ball, he definitely would have made a better play. But here we go, second down and 5 for the Wildcats. Jack Losh with the snap. Has to get the pass away. Can the receiver come down with the catch? Yes, he can. Oh, man, that is a tough grab. There's not really much more Denzel Burke can do on this. That is pretty good coverage right until the end. He has a foot down right there. Second one looks like it's in, but you only need 1 foot when it comes to college football. And that is Bryce Kurtz again. That's a beautiful reception here for Bryce Kurtz. But inside 2 minutes we go. Surprisingly, no first quarter score here for Ohio State, who is ranked as the second-ranked team in the country, and Northwestern is giving Ohio State a little run for their money right now. First and 10 here, though, for the Wildcats. Losh hands it off. And this is going to be – who carried that? Was that Cam Porter or was that their backup? That's going to be their backup running back. That's going to be number 6, Joseph Hyman II. He'll get a couple yards on the carry, so it'll be a second down situation for the Northwestern Wildcats here. Say if they overturn that call, it will be a robbery. So don't know. So go Northwestern. Bleacher, what's going on, my guy? I appreciate you coming through. Just letting me know about the audio stream that has been. Now, appreciate everybody that's letting me know in the chat because, again, we were experimenting with it earlier, but it turns out that it is not good enough according to y'all. As on second down, Losh with a beautiful pass goes up, and the catch is made again by A.J. Henning. Another play with good coverage here by Ohio State. But yet again, Northwestern just making better plays. Like, you got Caleb Downs right there. But A.J. Henning just coming down with the catch yet again. Losh with the snap. Rolls to his right. And we'll just get back to the initial line of scrimmage instead of just taking the sack. But this is, again, a beautiful ball from Jack Losh. That is a beautiful throw. That's a beautiful catch right there. The fact that he's making plays like this, it's amazing. Appreciate everybody that's coming through in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button if you guys have not done so. Click off the stream and hit the like button. If you guys are new viewers as well, hit the subscribe button as well because we are grinding out this content as much as we possibly can. As the first quarter is about to come to a close here, second down and 10. Jack Losh going to get one more playoff, takes the snap, going to go on a quarterback design run, and Losh is going to get about 9 yards on the run. It'll be a 2nd down and 1 here for the Wildcats right out of commercial break. As the Northwestern Wildcats driving down the field right now against the Ohio State defense. And this Ohio State defense is going to need to be better as they are letting Northwestern drive down the field on their first couple drives of the game. First time Ohio State did come away with the fumble recovered by the defense. But what will happen the second time around? As we have a scoreless game here at the end of the first quarter, heading on to quarter number 2. Jack Losh off to a solid start here for Northwestern, 6 of 7 for 85 yards. Will Howard only 3 of 5 for 19 yards. But again, a quarterback that's not really going to turn the ball over for you is what you're going to get out of Will Howard. For the draft for like Will Howard, I could low-key see Will Howard, especially with the Ohio State, his stock is going to rise up. I can see him as like a second round or maybe even a third round pick. I don't think he'll go in the first though. I think he would be a second or third round pick for me. Like that's the thing. Then for Jack Losh, 6 of 7 for 85 yards. He has been making some pretty nice throws. And some plays where Ohio State's defense has been really good, but Jack Losh has been making the better play. I mean, what else could you ask for from Ohio State when you got Jack Losh making some of the throws that a lot of quarterbacks can't make in the league? Like, what else do you want to ask for? You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, guys, I'm honestly in complete shock that we have a scoreless game here in the first quarter. Like, this is supposed to be a game where, like, Ohio State. This is supposed to be a game that, like, Ohio State has had, like, all year, where they've dominated their opponents. But Northwestern has been known to be a scrappy team, though, which is why I never count out Northwestern. It doesn't matter who they have on the team. They will always play really scrappy. As bad as Northwestern might be, just when it comes to Ohio State, Northwestern is known to play really scrappy against the Buckeyes. That's just how I feel about Northwestern, man. That's just the way I look at Northwestern right now. Here we go. The Wildcats driving down the field right now against Ohio State yet again. But can Northwestern come away with points on this drive? 3rd down and 1 here for the Wildcats. Lost with the snap, hands it off to, looks like Cam Porter up the gut, and he will get the first down again. So again, Ohio State's defense not performing the best, letting Northwestern drive down the field. All right, why are you showing a sky view of the play? Like, what are y'all doing? Are you stupid? What is this camera angle? I'll tell you what, these camera angles that they show originally are so bad. 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats from the Ohio State 31. Can Northwestern come away with points on this drive? Losh with the snap. Looking. Fires down the middle of the field, and it's going to be overthrown and incomplete. He had A.J. Henning in stride, the Michigan transfer. He had A.J. Henning in stride so badly, and he beat Jermaine Matthews, number 24, off the line of scrimmage. But it is a slight overthrow from Jack Losh, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 10 here for the Wildcats. Will they run the ball, or will they throw it again here with Jack Losh? 2nd and 10 coming up. Ohio State has only had the ball for 5 minutes so far in this game, only for a total of 30 yards on offense. Losh takes the snap on 2nd and 10, looking, dancing, firing down to the right side, and it's going to be incomplete. He was intending to go to his tight end, number 87. Number 87. Who's number 87 on Northwestern? What the heck? See, I wish that. I'm going to guess it was Thomas Gordon. I could be wrong, though. And that was Thomas Gordon as the intended receiver. So it'll be a 3rd down and 10 here for the Wildcats. Can Ohio State's defense get a big-time stop and at bare minimum hold them to a field goal? 3rd down and 10. Northwestern 3 of 4 on 3rd down. Ohio State 1 of 3. Lost with the snap. Firing down the middle of the field. It's caught and another 1st down. Bryce Kurtz again coming up huge for Northwestern. And picking up a massive 1st down again. And now make Northwestern 4 of 5 on 3rd down. And Ohio State cannot seem to get a stop here on 3rd down against a scrappy Northwestern offense. On the season for Northwestern, they're 30% on 3rd down. Last game against Purdue, they were 50. They converted on 56% of their 3rd downs. And now we got a little bit of trickery, and that pass is going to be batted down immediately. And that's a big-time stop for that Ohio State defense on 1st down. Got to make Northwestern earn it a little bit, and you have to get stops. That is Calvin Johnson II, who was trying to get the pass back to the quarterback. That pass was batted down, looks like by Sonny Styles. And this defense making a play on 1st down, but it's going to be all about how they make plays on 3rd down when the 3rd down opportunities come up. 2nd down and 10 here for the Wildcats and the offense. From the Ohio State 19, Jack Losh with the snap, hands it off. Cam Porter up the gut, going to find his way for the 1st down again. And this Northwestern offense is looking to strike first here from Wrigley Field. And Ohio State's defense putting on some massive holes. Thank you to Caleb Downs for the saving tackle, because otherwise Cam Porter could have been gone, and he could have ran to the end zone. But thankfully, Caleb Downs gets a stop, but now it's 1st and goal for the Wildcats. And Ohio State's defense not living up to expectations right now. 143 yards of total offense here for the Northwestern Wildcats, as Jack Losh going to go on a quarterback keeper, and Jack Losh going to take it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And Northwestern will strike first here in this Big Ten matchup from Wrigley Field. And Ohio State's defense not looking good to start off this game. Two things that I hated about this for Ohio State so far. Number one, the run defense. Like, you're making Cam Porter look like one of the best running backs in the country. And then number two, your defense against Northwestern's offense on 3rd down. Like, they just can't seem to get a stop. And either one of those aspects right now, we will see if they can flip the script for the rest of the game. The kick is up here for Northwestern, and the kick is good. And Northwestern striking first here against the number 2 ranked team in the country in the Ohio State Buckeyes. But can the Buckeyes bounce back on offense here and tie this game up? It is the Northwestern Wildcats with 7, and the Ohio State Buckeyes still with 0, with 12.5 minutes left to go here in the 2nd quarter, where Northwestern has struck first in this Big Ten matchup. Dude, Ohio State, man, y'all need to bounce back on defense. Like, what was that defense that we were just seeing on the first 2 drives? What was that defense we were seeing? That's what I want to know. What kind of defense were we watching out there, man? I need to see this team getting stops on 3rd down. I need to see this team be better against the run. Because as of right now, man, this is ridiculous. So if you were a voter in the NCAA football rankings, would you please say if you feel who would you say? Would you please say who you feel is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? So number 1 for me, I'd still go Oregon. I would still go Oregon at number 1 for sure. And then number 2, I would still take Ohio State. And then number 3, wait, who's 3 and 4? I know 3 is Texas, but who is number 4 at this point? Penn State. I'd still go Texas number 3. And then number 4, I'd probably give to Alabama. I'd give Alabama the number 4 spot. For a team that's number 10 in the country, I would give Alabama the number 4 spot. So I'd go Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Alabama, and then number 5. So I said Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Alabama, and then probably Penn State. Probably Penn State for sure. And Henderson will return this one as the kick is set to go. And Henderson not going to return it that far up the field. I think he only returned it up to the 15-yard line. I'm not sure what Ohio State is thinking about putting Henderson on kickoffs. But with 12:28 left to go, Ohio State's offense will come back onto the field as they will look to strike here in this first half before the first half comes to a close. So I feel we were playing terrible as we were getting dominant on the line. That's surprising to me. I mean, not just on the line, man, but like third down. How is that a struggle for this Ohio State defense? I get it. Northwestern is a scrappy team, but how in the world are you struggling on third down? Usually when we're looking at teams that struggle on third down, we're usually talking about the Philadelphia Eagles that struggle on third down and are bad against the run. Sure, Cam Porter's a good back, but that doesn't mean that you have to let Cam Porter and the entire run game run right through your defense. Like Swiss cheese defense. I mean, that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at the Swiss cheese defense right now unless Ohio State can pick things up. So I hope you become a professional announcer for football or basketball. Hey, man, we'll see where the next chapter is, you know. How long have you been an Ohio State fan? My whole life, SG Sports Talk. Whole life I've been an Ohio State fan. I agree with your rankings, except I will put Ohio State number 1, Oregon number 2. I can see why you like Oregon at number 1. I mean, if Oregon's going to go out there and beat some of the better teams in the country, like Ohio State, but keep it. I mean, I could put Ohio State number 1, but just the way I see it, I would keep Oregon at number 1 and Ohio State number 2. Number 3, I'd do Texas. Number 4, I would do Alabama. And then number 5, I would do Penn State. That's just how I see it. Because, again, like if Ohio State's not going to get off the fast starts, then they're not going to be worthy of that number 1 spot. Oregon is known for getting off the fast starts, and that's why you have to put them at number 1. Yes, I know SG Sports Talk. Northwestern leads the Buckeyes 7-0. But this Ohio State offense needs to strike here after Northwestern scored on that last drive. And Ohio State needs to find an answer on offense here. And they're not in the best field position right now as they will currently start at their own 15-yard line. Howard takes a snap, hands it off to Henderson. He is not going anywhere. The pass rush for Northwestern making plays here against the Ohio State backfield. And as we see Chip Kelly out there being the offensive coordinator. And so far, this Ohio State offense has yet to execute. And you already know the defense has to be better. But here we go, 2nd down and 10 here for the Buckeyes. They need to find a way to get this offense going. Technically, it was a loss of 1, so it is a 2nd down and 11. Howard the pitch out to Henderson. Can Henderson find a hole? He finds a little gap, but only for a couple yards. Maybe if it gained about like 3 or 4 to make it 3rd and 7 or 6 here on the play here. But number 13, Fussell making a play here for this defense. And it'll be a 3rd down and 7 here for Ohio State. And you would think from Will Howard this is going to be a pass play. You got 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Can Will Howard and the Buckeyes offense pick up the 1st down? Howard takes a snap. Needs the time. Looking. Fires down the middle of the field. And it's caught by Ibuka. 1st down and more. Emeka Ibuka past the 35 and picks up the 1st down. And that was really close to a sack as Will Howard almost went down. Donovan Jackson again starting at left tackle instead of left guard. And Will Howard almost had his arm hit to where that could have been a fumble recovered by the defense. But he gets it out just in time and finds a way to get it out to Emeka Ibuka and pick up the 1st down past the 35 and 1st and 10 at the 37. Howard with the pitch out to Henderson. Henderson going to run. Get some yards and more. Did he get the 1st down? He might have gotten the 1st, and they're going to say he did get. Actually, they're going to say he was a little bit short. But they should be able to get the 1st down right here with a run play or 2. But we shall see what happens here. It's going to be a 2nd down and short. Actually, no, they are going to get him the 1st down. So they originally went from what looked like a 1st down to a 2nd down and inches back to a 1st down. So we have a pattern here, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes from their own 48. Howard with the snap. Fakes the handoff to Henderson. Fires down the middle of the field. It's going to be overthrown and incomplete. As Howard tried to as the intended receiver was Emeka Ibuka, the veteran on the team, and he tried to go up with one hand and get the ball, but it comes down as an incomplete pass, and Ohio State will remain at the spot where they started. So 2nd down and 10 here for the Buckeyes. Again, this Ohio State team not playing great in the 1st half right now against an unranked Northwestern team that is known to play really scrappy against them in recent history. As Howard hands it off to Judkins. Judkins needs some blockers. Judkins to the outside is going to find some yards, maybe about 7 or 6. And should be about a 3rd down 3 or 4 here for the Wildcats coming up. Or, excuse me, for Ohio State. Here we go, 3rd down and 3. Ohio State needing a 1st down right here. They are way outside of Jaden Fielding's range, so they need to find a way to get this 1st down. 1 receiver to the left and 2 to the right as Emeka Ibuka goes in motion. Or excuse me, 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right as Jeremiah Smith's down there as well. Howard with the ball, fires it down the middle of the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Jelani Thurman was the intended receiver, but he could not hold on. Dude, that's a good throw by Will Howard. Jelani Thurman, you need to catch that football, dude. You have got to catch that. Dude, what on earth? Braden Turner making the play here for Northwestern. And Ohio State is going to stay aggressive here and go for it here on a 4th down and 3. But can they pick it up, though? Howard, the snap. Looking. Fires down the middle of the field. It's caught. Jeremiah Smith, 1st down for the Buckeyes. The true freshman wide receiver and the number 1 recruit in the class of 2024, Jeremiah Smith, picking up the 1st down. And this is massive here when Ohio State needs to get aggressive on offense. And Jeremiah Smith says, I will go ahead and gladly assist you with that because you're my quarterback, and I will take the football and hang on to it, unlike my partner in crime, Jelani Thurman. 1st and 10 now for the Buckeyes as they will work with a fresh set of downs here from the Northwestern 31. And a timeout will be called here by Northwestern to talk things over. 30-second timeout is coming up. And the Ohio State Buckeyes driving down the field against the Northwestern Wildcats. Can they keep driving down the field and come away with a touchdown to tie this game up at 7? We shall see as it is currently still Northwestern up 7-0 on the Buckeyes. But the Buckeyes will look to respond here as they will look for a touchdown here to tie this game up on this pretty solid drive that they are on right now. So I'm not concerned at all, as I have confidence that we will get the first and tie it up and then dominate. Hey, we'll see, man. I mean, they did get the first down for sure. They did get the first down already, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's just like, come on, man. Just get down the field and score. Like, we need to tie this game up. Like, if this Ohio State team loses to Northwestern, I am going to lose it. I don't know what I will do if Ohio State actually loses this game to Northwestern. I didn't even say that. Like, if you guys flash back to when I said that Ohio State had no excuses this year and when I did my record prediction, I didn't say that Northwestern was going to be one of the scrappy teams, but I know Northwestern is a scrappy team against Ohio State, and that's just from recent memory. Especially if you guys flash back to like the Big Ten championship days. Northwestern was one of those fantastic teams, dude. But I just didn't think that they would be playing this scrappy against Ohio State, and I didn't think Ohio State would still have 0 points with 8:47 left to go in the first half. San Jose State is facing Boise State today at 4 p.m. on the CBS Sports Network. And I have been a San Jose State fan my whole life. Hey, shout out to you, bro. Hey, good luck to y'all today against Ashton Janty. Ashton Janty is going to explode, man. Oh, dude, Ashton Janty's been the best running back in the country without any debate. I mean, how else do you want me to put it? Yo, the neighbors are trying to interrupt the live stream. Like, yo, can y'all relax? First and 10 here for the Buckeyes from their own 31. Howard, the handoff to Henderson, who will turn nothing into something. Somehow in the world, Henderson gets 3 or 4 yards, and that might be the greatest 3 to 4 yard gain you might ever see today. But as you can see down the right side, Josh Fryer doesn't even pay attention to number 41 on the pass rush and could have dropped Henderson for a loss. Number 41, they will not indicate who he is. I mean, who the heck is number 41 for Northwestern? I mean, it's because he hasn't made a tackle today, it looks like. So 2nd down and 6. Howard, the snap on play action, fires on the right side, caught. Jeremiah Smith, 1st down and more. He will get out of bounds at about the 15. And that is a 1st and 10 here coming up for Ohio State. And they are driving down the field right now looking for a score. And we'll look to tie this game up at 7. And keep in mind that Ohio State does get the ball to start the second half. So assuming at bare minimum they can tie this game up or only be down by like 3 points, they can still take the lead back. Even if they're tied or if they're down by like 3 points, man. Here we go, 1st and 10. Howard, the snap, play action, looking. Fires in the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught. That is a tough catch by Cornell Tate. Oh, wow. Now that is a tough catch, dude. Make sure he held on to it. Oh, he's got tight ball security right there. Yeah, that's a catch 100%. That is 100% a catch. As long as it survived the ground, he is good. And Ohio State going to try to get the snap off before anyone has a chance to challenge it. And Howard with the triple option here. Hands off to Judkins, who runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Quinshon Judkins for the touchdown. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking. With less than 7 minutes to go here in the first half, Ohio State finally strikes on the running play here by Quinshon Judkins. But Will Howard driving this team down the field, making plays with his legs and his arm. But it is Quinshon Judkins coming away with the score. Jaden Fielding set to come on here to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. About a 5.5-minute drive here from Ohio State against Northwestern, but it is Quinshon Judkins finishing off the job and coming away with the touchdown here against the Northwestern Wildcats defense. And this will tie us up in this Big Ten matchup here between these two teams at 7 points apiece. But can Northwestern answer and take the lead back? We shall see as we are once again here watching this game on the Big Ten Network. That's much more like it, man. Absolutely. Much more what we're used to seeing here for Ohio State. My guy, Eagles, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Say what's up, BL. Gave you a like. Appreciate you for doing that, sir. Thank you for coming through and stopping by. Says, let's go Wildcats. Hey, man, it is what it is. We respect all fans that come up in here in the chat. As long as no one is either spamming in the chat or being disrespectful, everybody is welcome to be up in here in this chat. But hey, we welcome everybody that comes in here, man. So again, shout out to Eagles for coming through, tuning in. I guess he's against Ohio State today. But hey, thank God Ohio State did score. Because I can't see Ohio State being down at halftime. I can't see it, man. Thank you to Quinshon Judkins for putting this team in to the end zone. Thank you. Can you wish San Jose State good luck? I just did, man. I said good luck against Boise State, against Ashton Jeanty especially. Like, San Jose State, you're going against probably the best running back in the country right now in Ashton Jeanty, and who is rising his draft stock like you have absolutely no idea how much this man's draft stock is on the rise. But yeah, man, best of luck to San Jose State today. Best of luck. But yeah, man, we shall see how the rest of this game goes. I mean, it's crazy. And yo, the neighbors are still going. Like, I hope Ohio State wins this game because we need to wake up the neighbors, man. We gotta let them know that we're trying to live stream here and they're interrupting us while we're trying to stream. As it looks like this will be a touchback here for Northwestern on the kickoff, and they will take the ball out to their own 25-yard line. Let's see if this Ohio State defense can pick it up here in the final 7 minutes of the first half and see if they can not give up any points this time around. They have to shut down the run game and not give up any first downs when it comes to third down, especially. Especially on third down, they need to make plays. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Northwestern Wildcats from their own 25. Jack Losh with the snap. Looking, has a lot of time. Rolls to the right. Just looking, fires down the field, and is going to have it be incomplete. Denzel Burke had it in his hands and might have come down with the interception if he did not lose the ball. Nah, he wouldn't have come away with the interception because his left foot already stepped out. Even though his right foot did tap, I think it has to be the first foot to come down. And I think that would have been an incomplete pass regardless. Here we go. 2nd down and 10 here for the Wildcats. Jack Losh set to go in a shotgun formation. Looks like Cam Porter is in the backfield. Or rather, Jack Losh going to take it here on the read option. And he will find about 5 yards before getting taken down and sliding for about 3rd down and 5. That might have actually been Joseph Hyman, the second, in the backfield instead of Cam Porter. But 3rd down and 4 coming up here for Northwestern. 4 total drives between Ohio State and Northwestern. All those drives were 10 or more plays. But what will Ohio State's defense do here against this tough Northwestern offense so far in this one? So far today, Northwestern is 4 or 5 on third down. On the season, they are 30%. And the ball was snapped, but nobody had control of the football. And it's going to be a 3 and out here for this defense, and this defense will get bailed as the snap goes off of the center's butt. And it was a fumble. He snapped that way too high. That's going to be Carcello, number 65. And Northwestern lucky to get back on it and not put Ohio State in great field position. But Ohio State now with the chance to take the lead here before the end of the first half. And the ball goes behind the punter. And it's going to be kicked away. It's going to jump into the end zone. And they're going to just say Ohio State's possession of the football. They are not going to say it's a safety. But what a play here by the Ohio State special teams to set them up in a massive spot on 1st and goal. Wow. How quickly this game has turned. What a turn of events. Dude. Oh, please score here. Please score here. The snap was way too high for the punter. That's number 1. Number 2, he's standing at the 1 yard line. Mercani Curry's right there. But then it gets blocked by Gabe Powers as he tries to punt it. The question then becomes, where did the ball go out? Did it go out? Ooh, it actually might have went out at the 1. I'm not sure if it went past the end zone, but I don't think it did. But wow, the punt was blocked, and we are set up on 1st and goal. Triple option here. Howard with the sneak. Did he get into the end zone? Still trying to fight. What are they going to say? They're going to say he's short. Will Howard's going to be short of the end zone here, and it'll be a 2nd down and goal. And, man, they had that triple option set to go with Patrick Gerd and those other 2 players. Patrick Gerd, number 49 for Ohio State, who stands in the backfield for whenever they do these triple options. But here we go, 2nd down and goal. Howard going to once again be under center, it looks like. Telling Seth McLaughlin to get set. Howard set to go as he brings Julian Thurman in motion. Howard took the snap. But a timeout will be called by Ohio State as the play clock was winding down. So 4:23 will remain here in the first half, and Ohio State will look to score as there'll be a 2nd down and goal coming back from the 30-second timeout. Number 41 for Northwestern is Jalen Pate. Okay. That makes sense. And the neighbors are still doing work across the street, right beside, man. Like, the neighbors are still doing the yard work out there. Like, yo, we're trying to live stream the game. Do you mind? Oh, I hope Ohio State wins this game because we need to wake up the neighbors, man. We got to let them know why we're here. Ohio State looking to put this one in here. Howard set to go, brings Julian Thurman in motion. Howard the snap. Hands it off. Judkins into the end zone for the 2nd time. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Quinshon Judkins, for the 2nd time today, gets himself a rushing touchdown. Here we go. Here we go. Ohio State now in front. Quinshon Judkins so far in this game, 7 carries for 25 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Both those rushing touchdowns coming in the red zone. And that is a big-time job here by this Ohio State offensive line for blocking and allowing Judkins to go in the end zone twice. Jaden Fielding to come off the extra point here. The kick is up, and the kick is drilled for Jaden Fielding. And Ohio State will actually regain the lead here over the Northwestern Wildcats, and will actually take the lead for the first time today over the Wildcats, with the score being 14-7, with 4:19 remaining here in the first half. And Ohio State is continuing to pound the rock with the Ole Miss transfer at that in number 1, Quinshon Judkins. Now, this is more like Ohio State football, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is more like Ohio State football right here. Absolutely. This is more like Ohio State football right here, baby. Come on. Keep it going this way. Come on now. Also, guys, shout out to everyone that's been here for the continued support, man. We're currently at 661 subscribers right now, so shout out to everyone for the continued support. Be sure to share this out with anybody that you guys might know that who might be interested in this type of content. Dude, the neighbors are still going, dude. Seriously. I want to know how much yard work these neighbors are doing, yo. Like, yo, we need to win this game, so we need to wake up. So we wake up the neighbors, you know? We got to wake up the neighbors today, man. They're doing so much yard work, it's not even funny. Just so you guys know, we actually had new neighbors move in next to us. And, you know, they're just putting some yard work together. I get it, but you already know. We have to give them a warm welcome into the neighborhood, right? We got to let them know what we're made of. I mean, come on now. We got to let them know what we're made of, man. Come on. So we need to win this game and give them a warm welcome. We got to wake up the neighbors, man. Especially these neighbors right beside us. Seriously, though. Ohio State Buckeyes on special teams with the block punt in back-to-back games. Jaden Fielding with the kickoff here. And it will go into the end zone for a touchback, and Northwestern will once again go out to the 25-yard line. Let's go, man. 4:19 left to go here in the first half. Come on. Yeah, look at the Ohio State sideline here. As this, once again, ladies and gents, this game is being played at Wrigley Field, home of the Chicago Cubs, but today it is the home of the Northwestern Wildcats, since Northwestern is the home team. And here we go with the jet sweep here to A.J. Henning on first down, and he will get a gain of about 3 yards, so it'll be a 2nd down 7 here for the Wildcats coming up. And you can see the gate that goes to the Cubs bullpen for the MLB. But this time around, ladies and gents, this stadium is being used for a football game instead of a baseball game, since the MLB season is up and over. 2nd down 7. Lost the snap. Fires it down the field. It's going to be caught by Henning, who's going to, for the moment, stay on his feet, but eventually loses balance and fall to the ground. So 3rd down short coming up here for Northwestern, and they will look for a first down right here to keep the drive alive, but Ohio State's defense will look for a stop once again here on 3rd down, just like they did on the last drive when Northwestern was on the field. Here we go from the 33. They more so need about 2 yards than 3 for the first down. lost the snap, play action, rolling to the right, fires towards the sideline, just throws it away. It's going to be incomplete, and Ohio State once again forcing Northwestern to punt the football, and we have a flag. If they call this out on anything against the defense, I'm going to lose it. Okay, so it looks like there is going to be no flag on the play, so it is going to be a official 4th down and 3 here for Northwestern, and they will more than likely punt the football here against Ohio State, and they will bring that punter back out here in number 99. And the punt goes down and was almost blocked again. So Lonnie Thurman was right there nearly for the block punt again. Abuka comes down with it, calls the fair catch, and with 2:43 left to go here in the first half, Ohio State will maintain a 14-7 lead over the Northwestern Wildcats. Number 99 being Hunter Renner, who is doing punts today for Northwestern and has punt blocked the first time when he was on the field. And looks like we are going to be right back in action here. Okay. Well, that was a very short commercial break. But 2:43 left to go here in the first half. Ohio State looking to score here and go up 21-7 against the Northwestern Wildcats. Will Howard here with 2 guys in the backfield. That's G. Scott Jr. to the left and Travion Henderson to the right. Howard in shotgun takes the snap. Hands it off. Henderson turning upfield and is going to get about 5 yards just about. It'll be a 2nd down and 5, I think, coming up here for Ohio State with 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first half, as this should take it down to about the 2-minute warning unless Ohio State does elect to get one more play off. Will Ohio State get one more playoff, or will they just let go to the 2-minute warning? They will get one more playoff as Howard with the ball. Firing down the middle of the field, and it is caught by G. Scott Jr. First down, Buckeyes. Big time play for the tight end. And G. Scott Jr. does not get a lot of moments to make plays, but that was one of the plays right there where he made a play, where G. Scott Jr. made a play on the football, and will pick up the first down here for the Buckeyes as we go to the 2-minute warning, where Ohio State will once again be driving down the field, and they are up 14-7 over the Northwestern Wildcats, where they will look to increase the lead going into halftime. Come on, let's go. Please score right here. Please. And just for scoreboard updates for across the college football world right now up to this point, we know Ohio State is up 14-7 on the Northwestern Wildcats right now. Texas is currently leading Arkansas right now with a score of 10-0. Colorado leading over Utah right now, 14-3. Clemson is leading the Pittsburgh Panthers right now, 14-7. And Tulane is currently leading Navy right now with a score of 14-0. So as of right now, a lot of lower scoring games it looks like. But the highest scoring game, honestly, amongst the teams combined has probably been Clemson and Pitt, as there are 21 total points in that game. And same thing with Ohio State, too. So actually, Ohio State has one of the higher scoring games on the day so far. But coming out of the commercial break, Ohio State will have really good field position, as they will be at the Northwestern 39-yard line when we get back off from commercial break here. We shall see if Ohio State can come away with another first down and potentially another touchdown here before the first half. All 14 of Ohio State's points, by the way, ladies and gents, have come in this second quarter. No points in the first quarter for Ohio State. I will guarantee you that next week against Indiana, Ohio State is going to need to get on the board in the first quarter. It's just like the Eagles all over again before the bye week. But I'm telling y'all, man, once Ohio State gets to next week against Indiana, they're going to need to get off to a faster start than what they did in this game. I mean, they can get off to a bit of a slower start since it is just Northwestern, and they're playing them a little scrappy right now, but not like the ranked team in the country like Oregon or Penn State or anybody like that. But Ohio State is going to have to get off to a faster start than what they did today. I will say that right now. As 2 minutes remain here in this matchup between Ohio State and Northwestern here for the first half, and Ohio State will look to come away here with a touchdown on this drive and set the tone here and be up 21-7 on the Wildcats. What will the Buckeyes do, though? They currently stand at the Northwestern 39-yard line. Howard with the snap, looking, just has to fire down the field and just gets the pass away. It will be an incomplete pass for Will Howard. So 2nd down and 10 coming up here for the Bucks. But taking a look back on this replay here where Will Howard finds G. Scott Jr., G. Scott Jr. is going to get skinny and find his way up the field while attacking, looks like a linebacker. He was attacking a linebacker instead of a defensive back. But G. Scott Jr. getting skinny and finding his way up the field and picking up that first down. But it'll be a 2nd down 10 right now here for the Buckeyes. Howard with the snap. We'll hand the ball off to Henderson. 1st down and more. Travion Henderson going to pick up the 1st down. Here we go. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. My man Travion Henderson. My favorite player on Ohio State for good reasons, too. Will Howard so far this season with a 79% completion percentage, which has been one of the best in the Big Ten right now, has shown why Will Howard has made a case to potentially be a Heisman Trophy candidate. And once again, Howard will hand it off to Henderson, who will get about, looks like 2 yards on the carry. So 2nd down and 8 coming up here for the Bucks. And it will be 2nd down and 8 coming up. And the clock will continue to run. You have to figure that Will Howard is going to have to find a strike to the end zone really soon. Travion Henderson finding a way to average 5 yards per carry in this game despite only 7 carries for 35 yards. With Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins making their presence felt throughout their career in the college football world. Howard with the ball, fires down the right side. It's going to be... I didn't see the play, but it's caught for a touchdown by Cornell Tate. And Ohio State voice crack right there, excuse me, but Ohio State taking now a commanding 20-7 lead over the Wildcats, and a great diving reception by Cornell Tate to set the tone here and continue to increase the lead for Ohio State, with the score now being 20-7. And sure, Cornell Tate might have made the football move, but it survived the ground. He had control of it. He kept it within his body. That's a good score, and an extra point away from being up 21-7 over the Wildcats. Kick is up. Kick is good from Jaden Fielding, and Ohio State will take a 21-7 lead over the Northwestern Wildcats here in the first half of a passing touchdown from Will Howard, caught by Cornell Tate, and Ohio State taking a commanding lead over the Northwestern Wildcats here from Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois, home of the Chicago Cubs. Here we go. Just give us a chance, man. That's what I'm talking about. And Ohio State is probably not going to have this many points against Indiana, just like in the first half in general, unless Ohio State can address their presence on the offense in the first quarter early. Like I'm telling y'all, man, Ohio State has to strike really quickly against Indiana. I just feel like they have to get off to a fast start against the Hoosiers. I mean, the Hoosiers are the number 5 team in the country for a reason, man. So they have something to show for, as this will be a fair catch here for Northwestern. And Northwestern should be starting out at the 25 once again since it was elected as a fair catch. 47 seconds remain. Can Northwestern get down the field and make it a one-score game? We shall see. 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats from their own 25 after the fair catch. Ohio State now with 193 total yards of offense to Northwestern's 161. Northwestern still having the advantage on time of possession. Jack Losh with the snap. Looking, gets away from pressure for the moment, dives, gets a couple yards. Ooh, did Jack Losh lose the football? Because JT Tuimoloau has it in his hands. Ooh, did he have possession of the football? Yeah, his knee is down, unfortunately. I think his knee is down still. Ohio State calls timeout. I mean, they might want to. Are they going to look at it, or is this just a regular timeout? I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, are they actually going to look at this play? Or is this going to just be a regular 30-second timeout? Like, I don't know what they're going to do here. Like, so it looks like for Ohio State, that was just going to be a 30-second timeout. Just a regular 30-second timeout. No challenge from Ryan Day. So 2nd down and 8 here from the Wildcats coming up with 40 seconds left. They only have 2 timeouts to try to get down the field and get a score here. But what will Ohio State have to say about that? 2nd and 8 here from the Wildcats from their own 27. And we do have a flag here, and we have a false start against Northwestern. So now 1st down and long here for the Wildcats. There'll be a 1st down and 15, or rather 2nd down and 13. The ref was just saying it would be 1st down, but now it's a 2nd down and 13 here for the Wildcats. As a costly mistake right there by the O-line, because more than likely the false start was against someone on the offensive line. But now Northwestern will have to settle from their own 22-yard line, 2nd down and 13. Jack Losh takes the snap, hands off to Cam Porter, who tries to find a gap, but only gets about 3 yards on the carry. That time Ohio State was ready for Cam Porter, and it will be 3rd down and 10 here for Northwestern, and Ohio State calls their final timeout. I honestly think they should have waited. They should have waited to take that timeout. Like, if they're trying to score again, I mean, are they trying to score again, or are they just trying to get it to halftime? Because, again, they do get the ball first to start the 2nd half, and they could very easily take over this game. They could very easily take over this game. I'm going to tell you what. So the final timeout was called by Ryan Day. 2 timeouts left for Northwestern here on 3rd down and 10. They will look to try to find their way for 1st down, but it will not be easy against this Ohio State defense that is starting to play better after the opening couple drives, especially after their 2nd drive of the game. As Jack Losh takes a snap, hands it off to Cam Porter, who is lit up. And Ohio State's D-line making a play. Caleb Downs was there too, also making a play. 4th down here for Northwestern. And this could very well take it to the half. But a great job by this Ohio State defense, though. And that will, in fact, take it to the end of the 1st half, where Ohio State will lead the Northwestern Wildcats with a score of 21-7. And Ohio State will receive the 2nd half kickoff when it comes around. But Ohio State taking a commanding 2-touchdown lead over the Northwestern Wildcats. As, ladies and gents, on that note, we have approached halftime. pretty solid first half. Again, I still would like them to get off to a faster start in the first quarter. But hey, at the end of the day, though, they have a 2-touchdown lead. I will gladly respect it. But I'm telling you, man, next week against Indiana, they're going to have to get off to a faster start than what they did in the first quarter. But on that note, ladies and gents, we're going to go ahead and go over the first half stats here between the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Northwestern Wildcats. And then we will take a halftime break here like we always do on the channel. So starting it off on the Ohio State Buckeyes side, Will Howard in the pass game has a stat line of 9 of 14 in the first half for 138 yards, averaging about 10 yards per pass, 9.9 to be exact, as well as a touchdown so far in the pass game. As for Ohio State's rushing attack, Travion Henderson with 7 carries for 35 yards, averaging 5 yards per carry. Quinshon Judkins also with 7 carries, but 25 yards rushing, averaging 3.6 yards per carry, as well as 2 rushing touchdowns. Will Howard with 1 carry for 0 yards, and Emeka Egbuka with 1 carry for -5 yards. As for the receiving game here, Ohio State led by Cornell Tate in the receiving game with 3 receptions for 44 yards, averaging 14.7 yards per reception, as well as a touchdown. G. Scott Jr. with the reception for 34 yards. Jeremiah Smith with 3 receptions for 32 yards, averaging 10.7 yards per reception. Emeka Egbuka with a reception for 20 yards. And then Quinshon Judkins with a reception for 8 yards coming out of the backfield. As for fumbles from this Ohio State defense, they had that fumble earlier in the game, and Davison Igbinosun was able to recover the football on that drive. So one fumble recovered by Davison Igbinosun here for Ohio State. Now, as for the defense here, Jack Sawyer being the team's leading tackler with 6 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Cody Simon with 5 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Caleb Downs with 4 total tackles and 1 solo tackle. Same thing with Arvell Reese, number 20. Latham Ransom and Denzel Burke, each with 3 total tackles and 3 solo tackles. Denzel Burke also has 1 pass defended as well. Jermaine Matthews with 2 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Sonny Styles with 2 total tackles, 1 solo tackle, as well as 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass defended as well. Jordan Hancock with 2 total tackles and 1 solo tackle straight up. And then Tyleik Williams with 1 total tackle, no solo tackles though, so all those just came in an effort by the team as a whole. As for the kick returns here for Ohio State, Travion Henderson with 1 return for 11 yards. As for the kicking, Jaden Fielding, 3 of 3 on extra points. No field goals attempted yet here by Jaden Fielding. And then for the punting, Joe McGuire with a punt for 29 yards, in which that punt did go inside the 20. And that's how the first half stats will end for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now over to the Northwestern side of things here. Jack Losh, the team's starting quarterback, 9 of 14, 105 yards, averaging 7.5 yards per reception here by the receivers, or I should say 7.5 yards per completion. No touchdowns, no interceptions though. Calvin Johnson, the second, had a play, but at that point he was 0 for 1 as that resulted in a pass batted down by the Ohio State defense. As for the rushing, Cam Porter, the team's leading rusher with 7 carries for 36 yards, averaging 5.1 yards per carry. Longest carry for him was 12 yards. Jack Losh with 8 carries for 25 yards as the team's quarterback, averaging 3.1 yards a carry, and also had the lone touchdown for the Northwestern Wildcats up to this point. And then Joseph Hyman II with 2 carries for 5 yards, averaging 2.5 yards per carry. As for the receiving group here, Bryce Kurtz being the team's leading receiver, number 17, with 4 receptions for 58 yards, averaging 14.5 yards per reception. A.J. Henning with 4 receptions for 32 yards, averaging 8 yards per reception. And then Marshall Lang with a reception for 15 yards here for the Northwestern receiving game. Jack Losh had a fumble lost and recovered by Igbinosun, so that was who the fumble was coming off of. It was coming off of Jack Losh. Going over to the defense now here for Northwestern. Leading tackler, number 13, Josh Fussell with 5 total tackles and 3 solo tackles. Robert Fitzgerald with 4 total tackles and 2 solo tackles, as well as a sack on Will Howard and a tackle for loss. Grayson Metz with 3 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Mac Ewing with 3 total tackles and 1 solo tackle, as well as a tackle for loss. Najee Story with 2 total tackles, 1 solo tackle, and as well as a half tackle for loss. Braden Turner with 2 total tackles and 1 solo tackle, as well as 1 pass defended or deflected, however they word it at this point. Devin Turner, number 8, with 2 total tackles, no solo tackles. Same thing with Damon Walters, number 21. Aiden Hubbard, Jackson Carcello, Carmine Bastone, Miles Crutchley, all with 1 total tackle and 1 solo tackle. Sean McLaughlin with a total tackle, no solo tackles, but then half of a tackle for loss here. Kenny Shores, Braden Bruce, Evan Smith, and RJ Pearson, each with 1 total tackle and no solo tackles as well. No kick returns or punt returns yet here for Northwestern. As for the kicking, though, Luke Akers, so far 1 of 1 on extra points today, so he has himself 1 point. And then for the punting, Hunter Renner with a punt for 44 yards, which did not end up inside the 20. And as for the first half stats, come to an end here for the Northwestern Wildcats. Now over to the team stats now, as Ohio State has the advantage over Northwestern in first downs, 10-8 over the Wildcats. Northwestern is 4 of 8 on third down, while Ohio State is 2 for 5. On fourth down, Ohio State is being aggressive. They are 2 of 2 on third down, while Northwestern has yet to attempt a fourth down opportunity. Total yards, Ohio State has the advantage over the Wildcats, 193 to 167. 138 yards passing for the Buckeyes to 105 for the Wildcats. In terms of the rushing, 62 yards rushing here for the Wildcats to only 55 for the Buckeyes. And a little bit shocking for the Buckeyes, since they do have potentially the best 1-2 punch in the country in Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson. In terms of penalties here, not a lot of penalties called in that first half. A very quick first half, actually, since there were not a lot of penalties, just that 1 false start on Northwestern being the only penalty of the half. Fumbles lost, only 1 by Northwestern, none for the Buckeyes in terms of turnovers in this game. And then time of possession, though, is where Northwestern has the edge, as they have hung onto the ball for 16 minutes and 32 seconds, while Ohio State has hung on the ball for 13 minutes and 28 seconds. And ladies and gents, on that note, that is going to take us to the halftime break here. And those are your first half stats here in this one. We will see if Ohio State will continue to dominate in this game. And we'll look to take care of business here against the Northwestern Wildcats before they match up next week against the 5th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers. But on that note, ladies and gents, that is going to go ahead and take us to the halftime break. Y'all should pretty much know how the halftime break works here, ladies and gentlemen. We always do it here on the channel. Y'all should pretty much know how this works, ladies and gents. Go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you guys need to do in order to get ready for the second half of this game between the Ohio State Buckeyes, the 2nd-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, and the Northwestern Wildcats. And ladies and gents, on that note, I will see y'all back here for the second half.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're worth make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Inside your head, they'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt, they're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like. Find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be
All right, guys, I am officially back, ready to go here for this second half. As the second half is going to get started here in just a few moments. Again, Ohio State up 21-7 over the Northwestern Wildcats. Looking to get a win here this week before facing off against the Indiana Hoosiers next week. I do believe Ohio State has them at home. And yes, Indiana will go to Ohio State. So Ohio State will be hosting Indiana next week in Columbus. Travion Henderson once again back at kick returns here. I guess they're saying that like Brandon Ennis is not available. I think although he is for punt returns, I thought. I don't know, but Henderson is the one returning kicks here. So the second half is about to get underway as we welcome you guys back here to the second half in this Big Ten matchup here between the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Northwestern Wildcats, where the Ohio State Buckeyes currently have the lead over the Northwestern Wildcats with the score of 21-7 as the second half kickoff is officially underway. Travion Henderson will catch this one and will return it. Henderson not used to being in this position, and he will make it past the 20, but we do have a flag on the play. So great start to the second half. So holding against the Buckeyes here. So it looks like it's going to be, I think, half the distance to the goal. I think it's going to be half the distance to the goal here. Again, guys, I have the TV muted so I do not get copyrighted for anything whatsoever. So 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes. Where will they be spotted at, though, to start off the second half? It might have been half the distance to the goal, and if it was, they're going to be starting at their own 10-yard line, and that's exactly where they're going to start. So Will Howard with the double option here with two guys in the backfield, but Ohio State gets set to get the second half underway as Howard takes a snap, hands it off to Judkins up the gut, trying to get a couple yards as Judkins, and he'll only get about 2 yards on the carry. So 2nd down and 8 coming up here for Ohio State. Best point differential in any quarter this season. Ohio State in the third quarter at plus 102. Ole Miss in the first quarter at plus 100. And Indiana in the fourth quarter at plus 92. Two of those three teams are in the Big Ten. 2nd down and 7 here for the Buckeyes. Howard takes a snap. Hands it off to Judkins up the gut. And Judkins will get a couple more. But it'll be a 3rd down and about medium here for Ohio State. About a 3rd down and 5. And a good tackle right there from Northwestern on defense. But what will Ohio State have to say about 2 rushing plays from Quinshon Judkins, both going for a combined total of 5 yards on the first drive? What can Ohio State do here? Ohio State only with 60 yards rushing as well. Northwestern not doing much better with 62 yards rushing. But Howard's set to go with Emeka Egbuka in motion. Howard takes a snap, looking. Fires down the middle of the field, and it's caught. Jeremiah Smith, 1st down and more. Jeremiah Smith gets the edge. Jeremiah Smith down the sideline. Can he take it all the way? Jeremiah Smith still going, and down he goes inside that 20. And this is the spark that Ohio State needed to get the second half going. They feed Jeremiah Smith in the middle of the field, and he takes it down deep into Northwestern territory. Jeremiah Smith, there is a reason why he was the #1 recruit in the class of 2024. And keep in mind, folks, that this guy is only a freshman, and he's going to get better from here, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out big time to Jeremiah Smith for making a massive play. And it is a 100-yard day guaranteed for Jeremiah Smith. 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes at the 17. Howard takes a snap. Looking, fires on the left side, caught. Brandon Ennis. Getting some yardage. I think he's going to be a little bit short, but it'll be down inside the 10 for great position here to pick up the 1st down, as it's going to be about a 2nd down and 1 here for the Bucs on offense. And Will Howard also, again, being a quarterback that is smart with the football. Will Howard is looking really good, pretty good right now, to say the least. And he's just being smart with the football, not turning the football over. You got to love what Will Howard's been doing on the field for the team. Here we go. 2nd down and 1 here for the Bucs. Howard takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Howard fires it last second to Cornell Tate, who goes into the end zone for the touchdown for Ohio State. And Ohio State will turn a little bit of garbage from Quinshawn Judkins into some gold here from Will Howard to Cornell Tate in the passing game, and Ohio State taking another touchdown into Northwestern's face. And Will Howard, as we can see, running a little bit of a post drag here is Cornell Tate. A nice post route. Will Howard putting it around the money where it needs to be. And that is the second passing touchdown of the day and the second one of the day to Cornell Tate. Jaden Fielding with the extra point kick is up, and the kick is good. And Ohio State, once again, taking control of this game over the Northwestern Wildcats with the score now being 28-7. And Ohio State has struck quickly here in this second half. 28-7 is your score, and Ohio State once again with a commanding lead over the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go. This is what I'm talking about, man. Absolutely. MC, what's going on? Appreciate you coming through into the stream. So let's go Buckeyes. You already know it is MC. Appreciate you coming through and stopping by. Hit the like button if you're not done. So MC, appreciate you coming through the stream. We also have Bleacher up in here as well. What's going on, Bleacher? Appreciate you coming through. Also showing love to Ohio State. Says Ohio, go Buckeyes. Absolutely. You already know, Bleacher. Appreciate you coming through and tuning in as well, sir. Hit the like button if you're not done. So my guy, appreciate you coming through the stream. Let's go. Ohio State was off to a bit of a slow start in the first quarter, but ever since the first quarter where Ohio State did get off to a slow start, they have picked it up ever since. And I'm especially talking about Will Howard. Will Howard has been amazing today. Only 17 pass attempts, but has completed 12 for 223 yards and 2 touchdowns. But after that first drive, ever since that rough first drive from Ohio State, this offense has really started to turn it on. And you already know that the defense, after that first drive where Northwestern stepped on the field, where Ohio State's defense was giving up both plays on third down, resulting in first downs, as well as massive run plays from Cam Porter, they've also picked it up as well. But I mean, this is what is expected from Ohio State against a team like Northwestern. To dominate the game, go up 28-7 over the Wildcats, and get ready for the next game next week against the Indiana Hoosiers. This was expected the whole way, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm glad this is one of those days where I don't have to work, because I probably would have not been able to watch this game since it's on the Big Ten Network instead of on like national TV like Fox or something like that. So I'm glad that I can watch the game this week. Because I think next week Ohio State's on Fox against Indiana. And you already know they're going to be on Fox on Thanksgiving weekend against Michigan. Because they got to telecast the big game between those two squads. But Cornell Tate with 2 receiving touchdowns today, has both of Will Howard's passing touchdowns. So big shout out to Cornell Tate for stepping up in a big way for this receiving game. 4 receptions, 52 yards for Cornell Tate. He's been one of the top 2 best receivers on the field. I'd also put Jeremiah Smith probably still is the best receiver. But Cornell Tate with those touchdowns has looked like the best receiver as well in his case. And then Jeremiah Smith, you already know he's going to be dominant on the outside as well. So the kick is underway. It will be a touchback here for Northwestern. And Jeremiah Smith got bandaged up a little bit, so he must have got a little banged up. So hopefully J.J. Smith will actually be able to go back into the game. But we shall see those. He's got Ryan Day over there talking to Jeremiah Smith on the sideline. So hopefully Jeremiah Smith will be good to get back into the game. And we will see how much more Ohio State will be using Jeremiah Smith in this one. But here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats here. Jack Washington, that quarterback, takes a snap. Hands off to Cam Porter, who breaks a tackle. Can he get back to the line of scrimmage? It looks like he did. And Cam Porter is just so hard to bring down. Arvell Reese, the linebacker, number 20, was right there to make the play. And that is massive when it matters most. But it'll be a 2nd down and 10, looks like, here for Northwestern. As the clock continues to wind down here in this 3rd quarter, 2nd down and 10. Jack Losh so far, 9 of 14 for 105 yards passing in this one. So 2nd down and 10 here for the Wildcats from their own 25. Jack Losh set to go. Takes the snap. Looking. Fires on the right side. It's going to be incomplete. Sonny Styles was there to break up the pass thrown by Jack Losh. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10 here for the Northwestern Wildcats. And it just goes right through the hands of number 87, too. Number 87 for Northwestern's receiving game. I mean, these stats should be reset unless he hasn't caught a pass today. So number 87 for Northwestern has not caught a pass today. So 3rd down and 10 here for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Today, the Wildcats are 4 of 8 on 3rd down on the season. They are 30% on 3rd down. Jack Losh with the snap. Going to get out there to A.J. Henning, who will get out there and will get the 1st down right at the marker. And they are going to give it to him for the 1st down. And that is massive from A.J. Henning. Since A.J. Henning caught the ball, he just needed his blockers and just took it for a 1st down. The Michigan transfer showing that he still has something in the bag at a much smaller Big Ten school in Northwestern. But we shall see how much longer Northwestern can keep it up. They don't want to feed the ball to A.J. Henning too much because keep in mind he'll have to match up against Denzel Burgess. Losh with the snap, fires it out to Cam Porter. And Cam Porter getting used in the receiving game. He's going to get about 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down and 2 coming up here for Northwestern. And again, Cam Porter also having the ability to receive the ball out of the backfield and just past the line of scrimmage too, which is what you want out of a running back that can run with the football and eventually be used for those plays where the running back has to make plays in the receiving game. So 2nd down and 2 here for the Northwestern Wildcats. They have to get to the 45-yard line of their own territory for the 1st down. Tight end is brought in motion. Takes the snap. Running the ball with Cam Porter, and he's going to be short, I think, for the moment, but we do have a flag, but this is going to go against Ohio State. And this is going to be a clear-cut face mask on Ty Hamilton. Oh, easily. Not even close. Not even close. Clear-cut face mask on Ty Hamilton. You could see that from a mile away, probably. $9:52 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Time is still running down. And an automatic 1st down here for the Wildcats. As now Ohio State with their 2nd penalty of the day. Northwestern just with 1, and that was that false start late in the 1st half. So we shall see what Northwestern has in store here as they are now at the 39-yard line of Ohio State. Jack Losh takes the snap, hands it off. A.J. Henning down the right side, and he is blasted. And I mean blasted by Caleb Downs and Cody Simon. Big time play for this defense here to hit hard and bring down the runner. 2nd down and 6 coming up here for Ohio State, for Northwestern. Man, I keep saying the wrong teams for some reason. But hey, that's big time right there. That is huge. Let them know that this defense is for real. Here we go. 2nd down and 6 here for the Wildcats from about the Ohio State 35. Losh with the snap. Looking, dancing, evading the pocket. Going to go to his right. Going to just get the ball out of his hands. It's going to be incomplete. There was a receiver in the area, though, so it is not going to be intentional grounding. But a 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Wildcats, and this Ohio State defense is starting to get a little bit challenging for Northwestern to get down the field and make plays. Jack Sawyer, though, just showing no mercy and saying, sit down, as he shoves the quarterback out of bounds. And Jack Losh. So Jack Sawyer showing that he is here to be aggressive, and keep in mind, I think this could be the year he heads off to the draft too. I don't know. But he could be back for another season too. I mean, we'll just see what happens. Here we go. 3rd down and 6, though, for Northwestern. And it looks like the Wildcats will call a timeout. And that'll be the first timeout of the second half. Let's go, man. Come on. Gotta stay aggressive here. Let's go. But yeah, guys, Ohio State has just started to look like the team that we've seen all year ever since that opening drive where they couldn't stop the run and they couldn't get stops on 3rd down. But ever since that drive, Ohio State has looked like the team that we've seen all year. So great job by them. And this is in preparation for Indiana next week that could be playing this team really scrappy. I mean, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I'm not going to lie, man. Like, Indiana could be a really scrappy team. I mean, for crying out loud, they barely beat Michigan. They barely beat Michigan, for crying out loud, but it's a whole different week, man. But the only reason why Indiana moved up to number 3 was because Georgia lost to Ole Miss and Miami lost to Georgia Tech. So those are the main reasons why Indiana moved up to number 5. So are they actually for real? We're going to find out next week if this team is actually for real and if they actually are competitive. But yeah, man, we're going to see what happens, 3rd down and 6 coming up here for the Northwestern Wildcats as we do come back here from commercial. Keep in mind also, guys, Michigan's still looking for that 6th win, too, for a bowl game. 3rd down and 6 here for the Wildcats. Jack Losh with the snap. Looking. Evades the pocket. Goes to his left. Can he get to the 1st down marker? The answer is no. He is going to be short by quite a bit. He'll be short by about a yard or 2. And with under 8.5 minutes left, what does Northwestern do here? It almost feels like they have to go for it. It is a 4th down and 2, though. And it looks like Jack Losh is going to stay on the field with the offense here. It almost feels like Northwestern has to go for the 1st down. This season for Northwestern, they're 7 of 12 on 3rd down. Let's see how they do against this Ohio State defense as they run with the ball with Jack Losh, and he is going to get the 1st down on the read option. And what a play here from Jack Losh to take the football. They thought it was going to Cam Porter, but with the ball in his hands, Jack Losh finds a way to pick up the 1st down in a massive way to set Northwestern up with a fresh set of downs. And Jack Losh is literally doing everything he can to put some points up on the board for his team. He's doing everything right now. Here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats. Jack Losh takes a snap. Looking. Fires down the middle of the field. It's going to be incomplete. And a flag comes in, and this is going to be pass interference against Igbinosun. I already know it's going to be pass interference against Igbinosun. I already know it. Yep, go ahead, call it. There you go. I called it. Pass interference against Igbinosun. What did I say? It's either that Igbenogson gives up a big-time play when he's in pass coverage, or B, he makes a good play in coverage, but gets penalized a lot. So that's why I'm really iffy on Igbenogson. A lot of people are saying that Igbenogson is having a solid year, and I can see where they're coming from if they're considering him as a run stopper, as a stopper against the run, but against the pass could be a bit of a different story when you look at games, man. From the 21-yard line of Ohio State, Jack Losh checks it down to his running back, Cam Porter, getting up the field inside the 20. And he'll go down at about the 17, 18-yard line as he's tackled by Jordan Hancock, number 7 for the secondary. He's playing slot corner as he's been playing all season. So 2nd down 7 coming up here for the Wildcats. 6:50 left to go here in the third as time continues to wind down here in the third quarter. What will Ohio State's defense do here on 2nd down and 7? Can they find a way to hold Northwestern? 2nd and 7. Losh, the snap, checks it down to the tight end, who gets blasted big time, and that is the Alabama transfer, Caleb freaking Downs. He said, "You're not going anywhere against me. I'm one of the best safeties in the country for a reason." And what a play by Caleb Downs, man. He saw that coming from a mile away and said, "Sit down." Unbelievable play working against Marshall Lang, the backup tight end, number 88. And that is a massive play from the Alabama transfer. 3rd down and 8. Losh is going to be stuffed this time. Whether if it was him who had it or Cam Porter who had it, they got stuffed. It was all thanks to Lathan Ransom leading the charge. And it's going to be a 4th down here for Northwestern. 4th down and 10. Here we go. But again, Northwestern staying aggressive here. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down and 10. I mean, it literally just feels like they have to do it at this point, right? But will they pick up the 1st down, though? 4th and 10. Losh, the snap, looking, fires in the middle of the field, and it's going to be incomplete. As soon as we start talking negatively about Davis and Igbenogson, he makes a play the 2nd time around. Could have had an interception, but it's an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs here for this Ohio State defense. That ball might have got batted a little bit, but Igbenogson was just right there to make the play against Bryce Kurtz, number 17. And that's one of the top wide receivers on this team. And Davis Igbenogson making a great play here against one of the top wide receivers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And Ohio State's offense set to, once again, go ahead and retake the field. That is massive, man. Let's go. That is absolutely massive. Thank you. Turnover on downs. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. I would think a touchdown right here. And Ohio State should have this game in the bag to get set for next week's game against the Indiana Hoosiers. I would think one more touchdown does it. But we'll see. We shall see for sure. But yeah, man, let's go. But yeah, man, I think one more touchdown, and this game should be in the bag for Ohio State. But here we go. The offense back on the field. Will Howard pitches it out to Henderson. Henderson going to get a couple yards on first down, about 2 yards. Second down, 8 coming up here for Ohio State. So gain of 3 on the run play by Travion Henderson. But what will Ohio State have in store here on second down and 7? From about the 24, Howard, the snap, hands off. Henderson up the gut. Travion Henderson, first down and more. Past the 40-yard line, up close to the 45, and a fresh set of downs here for Ohio State. And shout out to this offensive line. Josh Fryer there for the block, and same thing with Jelani Thurman, number 15, the backup tight end to G. Scott Jr. He's a good blocking tight end. I just don't think he's a receiving tight end, honestly. Jelani Thurman does need to be better with his hands, though, because eventually G. Scott Jr. is not going to be here. As Howard with the ball takes a snap, looking, fires on the left side. It's caught by Henderson. Henderson getting to the outside. Will pick up the first down, and will just get out of bounds just to hang on to the football. And another big-time first down here for Ohio State. A little bit of a low pass, though, but Travion Henderson putting in that footwork, picking up the first down, and so much more. Time continues to go down, though, but we are in Northwestern territory. From the Northwestern 45, Howard, the snap, hands it off. Judkins down the left side. Quinshawn Judkins still going down inside the 30, up close to the 25. Quinshawn Judkins. There we go. Good run right here by Quinshawn Judkins down the sideline. Way to keep his balance. Way to keep his balance, though, you know? Quinshawn Judkins, 10 carries, 47 yards, and 2 touchdowns today. First and 10 here for the Buckeyes. Will Howard in a shotgun formation with Judkins behind him in the backfield. Howard takes a snap, hands it off to Judkins, finding a hole. Quinshawn Judkins up the middle, and another first down here for Ohio State. Inside 2.5 minutes to go. That's what I'm talking about. And you can see the right guard here, Tegra Chabola, applying the block, as well as Josh Fryer and the whole right side of the Ohio State offensive line doing their job, finding holes for Judkins. And unfortunately, though, for Ohio State, G. Scott Jr. is down. And he is hurt. Oh, this is not good, bro. Please get up. Please get up. I don't want to have to see Jelani Thurman on this field, dude. Especially in the receiving game. I don't want to have to see Jelani Thurman on this field. Keep in mind, too, ladies and gents, that Ohio Bobcat transfer Wilkak Merrick is out for this game again with an undisclosed injury. So it's going to have to be Jelani Thurman if G. Scott Jr. cannot go the rest of this game. Who else does this team even have a tight end? Or even they could throw Bennett Christian in there. I mean, he also is another guy that has a lot of potential. But I do believe it is going to be Jelani Thurman if G. Scott Jr. cannot play the rest of this game. But I do still think that Jelani Thurman would come in if G. Scott Jr. can't play the rest of this game. That's just me being honest. But yeah, man, hopefully G. Scott Jr. is all right. Because, dude, that is not good at third down, G. Scott Jr. He's a solid receiving tight end, too. Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to watch G. Scott Jr. here, see what happened. And he was a part of the blocking, too, for Quinshon Judkins here. But Howard going to hand it off to Henderson. And Henderson going to get maybe a yard. 2nd down and 9 for Ohio State. But G. Scott Jr. looks like he is still up on his feet. He's not in the blue tent, and he does have his helmet on, so that is a good sign that eventually he can come back in this game. Probably just has to shake it off a little bit. They're going to put Bennett Christian in at tight end, and same thing with Jelani Thurman. So both guys are on the field, so you probably figured that this is a run play here, unless if Jelani Thurman is just out there to be an extra blocker and they go with the pass play. They bring him in motion, though. Howard, the pitch, out to Smith. Jeremiah Smith, down the left side, and he'll be tackled down at about the 10-yard line. And what does Ohio State do here on 3rd down? I think about 6. I want to say 3rd down 6. 7 red zone touchdowns this season for Jeremiah Smith, which is tied for most among freshmen, which is tied for most among college football wide receivers. In the red zone today for Ohio State, they have made 2 trips, and both trips have resulted in touchdowns. So what will they do here on 3rd down 6? Henderson in the backfield with Will Howard, again in shotgun. Howard, the snap, looking, fires on the left side, and it's going to be incomplete. Jeremiah Smith gets caught in a jam down the left side. He couldn't really go anywhere, so Jaden Fielding will come on here for the 3 points. At least make it a 31-7 ball game. Jaden Fielding so far this season has had to only come on for 7 field goal tries, 46 being his longest kick of the season. Jaden Fielding from 28, the kick is up, and the kick is absolutely drilled. And Ohio State will go up 31-7 over the Northwestern Wildcats. Sucks that Ohio State could not come away with a touchdown here in the red zone, as both trips in the red zone today before that one resulted in touchdowns. But on this one, results in 3 points here from Jaden Fielding to still make it a 24-point lead for Ohio State, as they will lead the Northwestern Wildcats with a score of 31-7. And the kick is away from Jaden Fielding, and this will result in a touchback here for Northwestern. So Jack Losh will once again retake the field here for the Wildcats. It's unbelievable how close to the field you could possibly be, man, in a baseball stadium for a football game. Like, that's just insane at that point. I'll tell you what, man. It's like in the NHL when they have the Winter Classic. Like, it's amazing. You could just be, like, right there towards the field. 352 total yards for Ohio State, just 199 for Northwestern here. And they will surpass the 200 mark as this run goes for a couple yards here. That is going to once again be the backup running back here in Hyman the second. It'll be a second down and about 7 here for Northwestern. That was Joseph Hyman with the carry here. And can Northwestern get anything going just to get this game a little bit more interesting? Second down and 7 here for the Wildcats from the 28-yard line. Jack Losh takes a snap, loses the ball. The ball is on the ground right now. But it will be picked up by Jack Losh quickly as another bad snap from the center. Carcello, I think, is the center, number 65. And that is, once again, another bad snap. They have had some issues with the snaps today. But Ohio State taking advantage and making the most of it. I love it. I overall think Will Howard is having another pretty good game. 13 of 19 for Will Howard for 235 yards and the 2 passing touchdowns. 2 Cardinal Tate that he has in this game, in addition to 2 rushing touchdowns by Quinshawn Judkins on 11 carries for 61 yards. So another solid performance from this offense after starting out really slowly. But they cannot put up 0 points in the first quarter. They can't do it. You can't be putting up 0 points in the first quarter. Like that, at that point, that is just unacceptable. And you're going to probably be down to Northwestern, or not Northwestern. You're going to be down to Indiana no matter what. So you need to get off to a faster start against the Hoosiers next week. But this game for Ohio State should be in the bag. But I can't say anything yet because we still have 15 more minutes of football. Yeah, this game is looking pretty good right now, favoring Ohio State entering the fourth quarter. Texas only has a 6-point lead over unranked Arkansas, 13-7. Colorado with about a 20-point lead over the Utah Utes, 28-9. Clemson up on the Pittsburgh Panthers right now, 17-7. Tulane up on Navy right now, 21-0. And then, trying to check the rest of the scoreboard, man. Full scoreboard. Here we go. What's going on in that Alabama game? I'm just kind of curious. And Alabama only leads Mercer right now 7-0. Penn State, Purdue coming up later on. Same thing with Virginia and 8th-ranked Notre Dame. Boston College and 14th-ranked SMU. 19th-ranked Louisville against Stanford. 22nd-ranked LSU against Florida. 23rd-ranked Mizzou against South Carolina at 4:15. Low-key, though, I might watch that Oregon-Wisconsin game for a little bit. But if not that, I'll watch the Tennessee-Georgia game. Because that's probably going to be the best game of the night. Here we go. The fourth quarter is officially started as we will start with a 3rd down and 11 here for the Wildcats from about the 25-yard line. Losh with the ball, gets it out to a receiver, but Denzel Burke is right there. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Beautiful defense from Denzel Burke. Dude, if Arkansas somehow beats 3rd-ranked Texas, I will lose it, man. I will absolutely lose it. Here we go. 4th down and 10 here for the Wildcats. And once again, they are being psychos and going for it here as they need their own 35-yard line for the 1st down. Actually, no. My mistake. They're punting it. And this punt is going down inside the 30. Picked up by Abuka. Abuka returning it for a few yards back. Or not Abuka, excuse me. That's going to be Caleb Downs. I thought it was Abuka. That's my bad. And I thought they were going for it, too, on 4th down and 10, but they elected the punt. seriously though, man, if Arkansas somehow finds a way to beat Texas, I'm gonna lose it, dude. Like low key, Arkansas might get the lead on Texas going into the fourth quarter. They're currently at the Texas 40-yard line, and you never know if they're gonna make a big play or not. Or at least like at the start of the fourth quarter, Arkansas could have the lead on Texas, which is actually kind of crazy. Here we go. Ohio State, now with possession of the football, going to start out at their own 22-yard line. Howard takes a snap, hands off to Judkins, who runs up the middle. Quinshawn Judkins going to get about 6 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 4 coming up here for Ohio State. And this should very well be the last drive we see from the offense today, and we should see a lot of the backups in after this drive is up. So again, solid performance today from the offense. I mean, didn't start out pretty, but it definitely got better down the road. 2nd down and 5 here for the Buckeyes. Howard bringing Jeremiah Smith in motion. Howard takes a snap, hands it off to Judkins, running with the football and getting the first down up to the 35 goes Quinshawn Judkins. Running back comparison today, Quinshawn Judkins with 13 carries for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. Travion Henderson with 10 carries for 59 yards and no touchdowns, unfortunately. On the last drive, both running backs combined for 67 rushing yards. Howard set to go with 13 minutes remaining. Takes a snap, hands it off to Judkins, gets about 2 yards. Eventually, you know they're going to have to throw the football. You know it's eventually going to have to happen. But 2nd down and 8 coming up here for Ohio State. Only a gain of 2 on first down. And with 12:40 remaining here, the time continues to wind down. And Ohio State will be set up on a 2nd down and 8 right here. Travion Henderson is just like, I'm waiting for my moment, coach. Put me in whenever you want me to. Travion Henderson has been the RB1 for several years at Ohio State, but ever since Quinshawn Judkins has come to Ohio State, they either have split the carries or he has looked like the starter. As Howard goes deep on this one, and this is going to be incomplete, almost intercepted, but there is a flag on the play. So we will see, does this one come back or does this one go against Northwestern? And they're going to call a legal substitution against Northwestern. So it looks like this is going to be an automatic first down here for Ohio State. Legal substitution. Yeah, the play was already being snapped by the time the guy was going off the field. Or rather, they're just going to make it a 5-yard penalty and make it 2nd down and 3. So now Ohio State will go up to their own 41-yard line as Howard with the pitch out to Judkins, and Judkins runs into a wall of black jerseys. And Northwestern making a play here for their run defense, as this will be 3rd down short coming up here for the Buckeyes. And Howard just pitched it out there at the exact wrong time. Because Judkins at that point just ran into a wall. I really think Howard would have got it if he would have held on to it. I really think he could have got it, honestly. 3rd down 7, though. Howard takes a snap on play action. Fires down the right side. It's going to be incomplete. They wanted to try to get it to Emeka Egbuka. Howard is frustrated out there. It looks like the punt unit will come on here for Ohio State. As on a 4th down and 2, Will Howard cannot connect to Emeka Egbuka. And Ohio State will send the punt unit on here to send it away. So be once again the freshman at that, Joe McGuire. And McGuire will send it down. And this one's a boot. Downside the 20. And down at about the 17-yard line is where Northwestern will start this upcoming drive. So no points for Ohio State on their last drive here. Northwestern will try to put up some points here to make it a little bit more interesting. But it is still Ohio State up 31-7 over the Northwestern Wildcats. But again, man, you have to figure that that's going to probably be the last drive we see from the starters. Especially if Ohio State gets a stop on this next drive on defense. you definitely have to figure that this is going to be the last drive we see from the starters. I will say, though, like in Texas against Arkansas, Texas has not looked great all around. And Texas, realistically speaking, they just can't run the football. They really can't get much going in the pass game as everyone's just splitting receptions here. Silas Bowden with 3 receptions, 33 yards. Gunnar Helm, 3 receptions, 32 yards. Isaiah Bond, 3 receptions for 28 yards. Quintravion Wisner with 3 receptions for 23 yards. Matthew Golden with the only touchdown in the receiving game. Like, Texas has not gotten a lot going today, man. Well, Arkansas is just staying in a game against the third-ranked team in the country, which is actually kind of crazy. But yeah, man, shout out to everyone that's still up in here, man. We still have 4 people up in here. Appreciate everyone that's stopping by, man. Appreciate all for coming through this afternoon. But just over 11 minutes remain here on the clock. Ohio State still up 31-7 on Northwestern. Here we go. Jack Losh and the Northwestern offense back on the field here, and they will start from their own 17-yard line. Losh takes the snap. Looking, firing down the right side. It's going to be caught. And this is going to be number 17 here for Northwestern. Once again, that's going to be Bryce Kurtz, who's the leading receiver on the team today. And this will be a fresh set of downs here for the Wildcats. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats here. Currently standing at their own 29-yard line. Losh takes the snap. Looking. Fires down the middle of the field. It's going to be caught. And this is going to be number 25. That's going to be Caleb Komalafe. And he'll pick up either his 1st or 2nd reception of the day. Looks like that's his 1st reception of the day, though. 2nd down and 7 here for the Wildcats from their own 32-yard line. Losh takes a snap. Looking. Fires in the middle of the field. It's going to be incomplete. Jordan Hancock making a nice play on the football here against the intended receiver, number 88, Marshall Lang, the backup tight end at that. And 3rd down and 7 coming up here for the Northwestern Wildcats. So less than 10 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter. Ohio State with full control in this one. And you have to figure that Northwestern is going to start going for these 4th down attempts. Like, you should already know that they're going to start doing it. Here we go. 3rd down and 7. Lost the snap, and he's going to be sacked. And that's big time by Sonny Styles. Letting the crowd know. So that our pass rush is still here. And we'll show it on this play. But as soon as Jack Losh took the snap, he had no chance. As Sonny Styles pretty much went uncovered the whole way through and comes away with a massive sack. That's just the 2nd sack of the day by this Ohio State defense. It's still huge, though. Northwestern will go ahead and punt the football here. Another low snap, but they will get the punt off this time, as it will be caught here down the other end by Brandon Ennis. And Ohio State with pretty good field position here for the drive at about the 35-yard line here for them. And they will maintain a 31-7 lead over the Northwestern Wildcats. And you have to wonder now, was the last drive that Ohio State's offense came on, was that the last drive that we are going to see from the starters? And will they bring the backups in? Or will they play the starters for one last drive just for the heck of it? I mean, we shall see for sure. But again, man, I thought Will Howard is having himself a solid day. You know, he missed a couple nice throws, but other times it was just great coverage by the DB, where the receiver did not come down with the pass. But overall, I thought Will Howard has put up a pretty nice day. You couldn't really get anything going on the ground, though, which is going to be a concern if Will Howard has to evade pressure. And if they have to use him on quarterback keepers. But Will Howard is definitely going to need to use his athleticism probably next week against Indiana. And then the same thing on Thanksgiving weekend against Michigan. Yeah, guys, again, shout out to everyone that's been continuing to support the channel. It is greatly appreciated over here. We're on the road to 700 subs, man, so why not get there? You know what I'm saying? Keep sharing this out with anyone that you feel that might be interested in this type of content, man. Feel free to share it out. Here we go. Looks like the starter's going to be back in now as Howard's going to check it down here to Emeka Ibuka. So it looks like this will probably be the last drive we see from the starters here, as they're going to play one drive here in the fourth quarter. One more drive in the fourth quarter, I should say, if they played a drive in the fourth quarter already. But Howard making smart decisions here, dumping it off to his best options. Even if it's for a short gain, it still means something. Well, again, looks like this is going to be the last time we see the starters in this one. Here we go. Second down and 5 here for Ohio State, as Howard hands it off to TreVeyon Henderson, who runs up the middle. TreVeyon Henderson has entered Northwestern territory, and it'll be 1st and 10 here in a fresh set of downs for the Bucks. Will Howard so far today, 14 of 21 for 240 passing yards and 240 yards of total offense, as well as 2 passing touchdowns. Here we go. Will Howard set to go, though, with less than 8 minutes left. Howard takes a snap on play action, rolls to his right, fires, and it's caught by Henderson. Henderson going to leapfrog somebody. Oh, man. Oh. And TreVeyon Henderson going to leapfrog somebody. Kind of like Saquon Barkley right there. But TreVeyon Henderson, if his foot did not hit off of the back of Turner's helmet, that's Braden Turner, number 9. If his foot doesn't hit the back of Braden Turner's helmet, TreVeyon Henderson does not lose balance right there, and I think he might keep on going. Howard with the ball, though, takes a snap, hands it off to James Peoples. That's going to be their 3rd-string running back, potential starter for next year. And he'll get at least a yard. But he'll go out, and Henderson will come right back in. But James Peoples, man, potential starting running back for next year. Because I think Henderson's off to the draft this upcoming year, and same thing with Quinshon Judkins. Here we go, 3rd down and 2 here for the Buckeyes. Henderson back in the backfield. Howard takes a snap. Howard fires in the middle of the field. It's going to be incomplete. No flags as Howard was trying to find his tight end, Bennett Christian. But this is going to be incomplete and result in a 4th down situation here. It could have been pass interference, low key. But Ohio State, it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. Okay, so they're still staying aggressive here. What will they do on 4th down? Howard with Henderson in the backfield. Takes the snap. Rolls to his left. Howard going deep. Can he find Cornell Tate? No. Incomplete pass and a turnover on downs. And Northwestern will take over with 6.5 minutes remaining. Despite being down 24, Ryan Day's looking for a pass interference and a flag somewhere. But the DB was playing the ball, not the receiver. So Northwestern will take over as this will be a turnover on downs. Oh, yeah. Again, man, not the cleanest game Ohio State has played. But ever since that first quarter, man, they have just struck gold, especially in that second quarter. That second quarter was their best quarter of the whole game. And then the third quarter was solid, and the fourth quarter is kind of just like whatever. Because Ohio State still up 31-7. But that's probably the last drive we're going to see from the starters. As we look at the Big Ten standings here, Indiana and Oregon tied for the best record in the Big Ten. Ohio State right behind them with a record of 5-1 and 8-1 in the conference and 8-1 overall. And the same thing with Penn State. Iowa and Minnesota right behind them at 6-4, 4-3 in the conference. Washington at 6-5 overall, 4-4 in the conference, and then so on and so forth. First and 10 year for the Northwestern Wildcats here from the 36-yard line. Jack Losh with the pass here, and it's going to be caught, but Denzel Burke brings him down right away. Monumental matchup for Indiana, Ohio State. Kurt Cignetti against Ryan Day for next week in terms of the coaching. Ohio State only with one loss to Indiana. That came all the way back in 1988. And looks like that loss came in overtime, too. Jack Losh stepping up. Going to run for the first down. Did he get it? He's right at the marker, I think. So I think they're going to give it to him. And again, man, time continues to wind down here First and 10 for the Wildcats from the 46-yard line. Lost with the snap. Looking, dancing, fires on the left side. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be a little bit of an overthrow towards the Michigan transfer, A.J. Henning. It'll be a second down and 10 here for the Northwestern Wildcats. 5:19 left to go in the fourth. Here we go, second and 10 here for the Wildcats from their own 46-yard line. Jack Losh takes the snap. Looking, dancing, in trouble, and is sacked. The pass rush is there all day, every day. C.J. Hicks leading the charge, and same thing with Kenyatta Jackson Jr. Great job here by C.J. Hicks, though. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. right there as well. So kind of like a lot of the backup players on the defense are in, which is good. Sit your starters and rest them for the rest of this game before taking on Indiana next week. Third down and 20 here, though, for the Wildcats from their own 36-yard line. Losh takes a snap. Looking, fires in the middle of the field. It's going to be caught by the tight end. The tight end is going to keep on going. That's number 87, and he'll get a lot of those yards back. That's going to be Thomas Gordon with the reception here, who only has one catch on the day. So that was actually his first catch of the game. And I think they're going to stay aggressive here and go for it just for fun. I mean, you might as well. Might as well do it just for fun, just to go for it. You know what I mean? But here we go. But from the 48-yard line, they need to get to the Ohio State 44-yard line for the first down. Play clock winding down. Losh with the snap. Looking. Fires in the middle of the field. It's going to be caught. First down and more. Bryce Kurtz again. Beautiful reception. First down, Wildcats. And that will take this clock down inside 3.5 minutes. Does Ohio State have anything left for a stop? Jack Losh fires in the middle of the field. Caught again. That's going to be Cam Porter. He's only going to get a couple yards that time for a second down. Or second down long a little bit. My guy, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through and tuning in, sir. Hit the like button if you have not done so, Daniel. Appreciate you for coming through to the stream as this game is starting to wrap up here. Jack Losh with the snap, dancing. Rolling to the right, just has to fire it and throw it away. Third down 7 here for Northwestern coming up with 2:51 remaining on the clock. So, yeah, it looks like that last drive is going to be the final drive that we see from the starters on offense. So, if anything, we're going to see Devin Brown finish this game up for Ohio State. So this game is pretty much in the bag here. And Ohio State's pretty much going to get the win here in this one. But get one more stop, defense. Come on now. Third down and 7 here for the Wildcats. Losh with the snap. Looking. Dancing. Going to roll to the left side. Losh. Going to step up and fire it. It's going to be caught. First down. That's a tough catch. Calvin Johnson the second. Who gets his first reception of the day. That's a beautiful catch, though. And Northwestern looking for one more touchdown. Losh going to step to the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Jermaine Matthews in coverage right there. But number 80, Elegon, trying to come down with the catch and cannot. One of the backup receivers on this Northwestern Wildcats receiving room. Second down and goal coming up here for the Wildcats. They will look to get one more touchdown here against this Ohio State secondary. Can they do it, though, is the question. Second down and goal from the Ohio State 6. Second and goal. Losh, the snap. Looking. Fires on the right side. It's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, number 8, I think it's going to be A.J. Henning, could not hang on to the football. And it's going to be third down and goal here for this time. It's going to be third down and goal here for Northwestern. What does Northwestern have in store here on third down and goal? Third down and goal here. Losh looking. And Losh is going to be dumped for a loss. C.J. Hicks and Arbel Reese. Beautiful stop, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning, where Ohio State maintains a 31-7 lead and could be looking for a fourth down stop here in the red zone. Let's go. Give me 1 second, guys. We'll be right back. Sorry about that, ladies and gents, but I had to take a phone call real quick. But we are back now. Made it quick and simple. But yeah, man, let's go. Ohio State going to get this win. 2-minute warning. Let's go. Let's go, man. Another win for the Buckeyes. That's what I'm talking about. I will say, not Will Howard's best game in terms of completion percentage, though. Only at 62.5. But it's still a passer rating of 176.5, though. So at the end of the day, you got to respect that. Here we go. Fourth down and goal here for Northwestern from the Ohio State 16. Can they come away with points here? Will Ohio State get a red zone stop? Losh, they bring everybody. Losh has to throw it up into the air, and it's incomplete. They tried to go their best receiver today, and that being Bryce Kurtz. But once again, another massive stop by this Ohio State red zone defense. And there was not much that Northwestern could really do, because you already knew Ohio State was going to bring the house and find a way to break it up, and they absolutely did. Beautiful job We should see action from Devin Brown here, who should step into this game. Will Howard is on the sideline right now, so that's going to do it from the starters. Devin Brown going to enter into this game for the final minute, 53 seconds, as Brown will hand it off to James Peoples, and he got blasted going backwards, dude. Oh, my gosh. He got demolished. Oh. Nah, he got smacked going backwards. He tried to find a hole, and then the defense was just like, nope. Devin Brown so far this season, the opportunities that he has gotten, 10 of 19 for 108 passing yards as well as 1 passing touchdown. Minute and 10 seconds left. Second down, 9. Devin Brown the snap. Hands it off to James Peoples. And again, potentially the future running back at Ohio State next year, the future starter, gets a couple yards here. So this could be a preview of what we see next season, especially in that run game, because I do believe Judkins and Henderson go to the draft this up and coming year. So Ohio State looking for 1 first down to potentially finish off the job. Devin Brown, the snap, hands off. James Peoples up the gut, first down and more. James Peoples ends this one and says, hush, hush, Northwestern. Beautiful job. And that's going to do it here from Wrigley Field here in Chicago, Illinois. The Ohio State Buckeyes will get the win over the Northwestern Wildcats by a final score of 31-7. And after a slow start in the first quarter, Ohio State in quarters 2 and 3 were great all throughout. And they get the win over the Northwestern Wildcats in a big way by 24 points yet again. They're going to need to get off to a bit of a better start next week against the Indiana Hoosiers. But for now, enjoy this win, Ohio State. You guys are 9-1. Let's go. I didn't realize I didn't change the score. My bad. For the sake of the quarter. There you go, guys. There is your final score, though, to this one. Ohio State getting it done over the Northwestern Wildcats, 31-7. Ohio State getting it done today in a massive way, man. Absolutely. And wait a second. Hold up. Timeout. Hang on 1 second. Don't you guys remember when I said that the neighbors were out there doing some yard work or something? Yeah, that's right. We got to wake them up because they're out here doing yard work while we're trying to live stream. We're going to make them get a nice warm welcome into the neighborhood because they are new neighbors, ladies and gentlemen. They're trying to do yard work. We're trying to do a live stream. So each time to wake up these neighbors, man. So music producer, get in your spot right now. It's time to wake up the neighbors, man. And there's only one way and one way only that we can do it. So music producer, go ahead and play it for the one time, but the only time we're going to play it, though. Play the song. Let's go, guys. That's a massive win right there for Ohio State, man. That's a big-time win. I know it's got the 76ers logo on it, and the 76ers are doing absolutely terrible to start off their season. But, hey, all that matters is that Ohio State gets the win. That's literally all I care about. And Ohio State gets it done here from Wrigley Field. They get it done in a big-time way over the Northwestern Wildcats, 31-7, and we'll move to 9-1 on the year. Can they get up to number 1? Probably not, knowing that Oregon has another soft opponent today. They said, do believe they do. They got another trash can of an opponent, don't they? Oh, wait, that's right. They play Wisconsin today. They'll probably still still smack them around. But on that note, ladies and gents, we're going to go ahead and go over the final stats from this game. And then we'll go ahead and get out of here knowing that Ohio State got the job done today. And we get to enjoy another win for another week, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. That's what I'm talking about. So starting it off on the Ohio State side here for the final stats, Will Howard finishing his day going 15 of 24 for 247 yards and 2 touchdowns for the passing. For the rushing, Quinshon Judkins being the team's leading rusher at 15 carries for 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. Travion Henderson also adding 11 carries for 74 yards. James Peoples with 4 carries for 26 yards in garbage time. Jeremiah Smith with a carry for 2 yards. Will Howard with a carry for 0 yards. And Emeka Egbuka with a carry for -5 yards. For the receiving game, Jeremiah Smith leading the group in the receiving room with 4 receptions for 100 yards. Cornell Tate with 4 receptions for 52 yards and 2 touchdowns. G. Scott Jr. with a reception for 34 yards. Emeka Egbuka with 2 receptions for 25 yards. Travion Henderson with 2 receptions for 19 yards. Brandon Inniss with a reception for 9 yards. And Quinshon Judkins with a reception for 8 yards as well. Again, we had that fumble caused by Davison Igbinosun. Or rather, we had that fumble recovered by Davison Igbinosun earlier in the game off of Jack Losh. So great job by Igbinosun working against the quarterback. And again, Igbinosun is a pretty good run stopper. He's just not good. He's just not good in coverage. Here we go. On to the defense now. Jack Sawyer being the team's leading tackle here. Or I should say Arvell Reese was right there with him. As Jack Sawyer with 7 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Same thing with Arvell Reese, but he also adds half a sack and half a tackle for loss. Sonny Styles with 6 total tackles and 5 solo tackles, as well as 2 sacks and 2 tackles for loss. Cody Simon and Caleb Downs each with 6 total tackles and 3 solo tackles. Denzel Burke with 5 total tackles and 5 solo tackles. Lathan Ransom with 4 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, and 1 tackle for loss. Jermaine Matthews with 4 total tackles and 3 solo tackles. Jordan Hancock with 3 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Jalen McClain with 3 total tackles and 1 solo tackle. Ty Hamilton, Lorenzo Styles Jr., Davison Igbinosun, Malik Hartford, all with 1 total tackle and 1 solo tackle. Tyleek Williams with 1 total tackle and no solo tackles. Same thing goes with Caden Curry and CJ Hicks, but they each also had half a sack and half a tackle for loss. Bryce West also with 1 total tackle and no solo tackles. And Kenyatta Jackson Jr. also with 1 total tackle, no solo tackles, half a sack and half a tackle for loss. As for kick returns today, Travion Henderson with 2 returns for the kicking for 21 yards, longest one for 11 yards for Travion Henderson. Home returns, though, for Caleb Downs, 1 return for 3 yards. Jaden Fielding with a total of 7 points on the day. 1 field goal made from 28 yards, and then 4 extra points made to give him a total of 7 points. Joe McGuire with 2 punts for 70 yards. And both of those punts for Joe McGuire, believe it or not, did go inside the 20. And that's how the final stats end for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now over to the Northwestern side of things here. Jack Losh ending off his night in the pass game with going 21 of 35 for 201 passing yards. Calvin Johnson had a pass attempt in this game that resulted in an incomplete pass here. As for the rushing, Cam Porter led the team in rushing yards today with 10 carries, 437 yards. Longest run for Cam Porter went for 12 yards on the day. Jack Losh had 14 carries for 8 yards, as well as a touchdown in this one. Joseph Hyman with 3 carries for 8 yards. AJ Henning with a carry for 5 yards in this one for the Northwestern run game. As for the receiving game here for Northwestern, Bryce Kurtz with 7 receptions for 92 yards. AJ Henning with 5 receptions for 42 yards. Calvin Johnson II with a reception for 23 yards. Marshall Lang with 2 receptions for 14 yards. Cam Porter with 3 receptions for 14 yards. Thomas Gordon with the reception for 12 yards. Caleb Komolafe with a reception for 3 yards. And Joseph Hyman with a reception for a single yard. Again, we talked about the Jack Losh fumble earlier in the game that was caused by Davison Igbinosun. The Northwestern defense, though, their leading tackler was Grayson Metz, number 57, with 8 total tackles and 5 solo tackles. Josh Fussell with 7 total tackles and 4 solo tackles. Robert Fitzgerald with 7 total tackles and 3 solo tackles, as well as a sack and a tackle for loss. Mac Uline with 6 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, and a tackle for loss. Damon Walters with 6 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Same thing with Braden Turner. Aiden Hubbard and Devin Turner with 4 total tackles and 2 solo tackles. Carmine Bastone with 3 total tackles and 1 solo tackle. Najee Story with 2 total tackles, 1 solo tackle, and half a tackle for loss. Coco Azima, Jaden Cameron, Jackson Carcello, Miles Crutchley, all with 1 total tackle, 1 solo tackle. Sean McLaughlin with 1 total tackle, no solo tackles, but half a tackle for loss. Will Hawkyard, Kenny Soares Jr., Brendan Flakes, Brandon Bruce, Evan Smith, and RJ Pearson, each with 1 total tackle and no solo tackles for Northwestern's defense as well. No kick returns or punt returns again for Northwestern. As for the kicking, though, from Luke Akers, again, he only had that 1 extra point in this game, so not a lot of things changed on special teams for the Wildcats in this one. But as for the Northwestern punting, though, Hunter Renner with 3 punts in this one for a total of 143 yards. None of those punts, however, went inside the 20, but his longest punt on the day went for 56 yards. Now over to the team stats now, ladies and gentlemen. As Ohio State picked up more first downs than Northwestern today, 19-17. Ohio State 4 of 10 on third down, while Northwestern was 6 of 16 on third down. Fourth down, Ohio State was 2 for 3, while Northwestern was 2 for 4. 420 total yards of offense for Ohio State, only 251 for Northwestern. We're going to discuss the passing statistics. Running the ball, Ohio State was able to run the ball pretty nicely, 173 yards rushing for Ohio State to only 50 by Northwestern. Yards per carry, Ohio State averaged 5.2 yards per carry as a group, while While Northwestern only averaged 1.7 yards per carry. In terms of penalties, 3 penalties today on Ohio State costing them 32 yards, and only 2 penalties on Northwestern for costing them 10 yards. 1 turnover being that fumble by Jack Losh, as we already know. And time of possession here, Northwestern had the ball for an even 32 minutes throughout the game, and Ohio State had the ball for an even 28 minutes throughout this game, despite Ohio State still getting the win. And ladies and gents, on that note, that's how the final stats come to an end here in this one. Again, Ohio State getting a massive win over the Northwestern Wildcats. They get the massive win here, and we'll look ahead towards next week, where they will take on the Indiana Hoosiers, right now the 5th-ranked team in the country. But we'll see if they can move up in the standings. But otherwise, Ohio State will go into next week's game as the number 2 ranked team in the country. And then Indiana will also stay the same at number 5 in the country as well. Bleacher says, let's go. You already know. This video and show us or take us outside. I'm a little confused, Bleacher. Clarify me on that a little bit. A little confused on what you're saying. Not sure what you're referring to. But yeah, guys, on that note, ladies and gents, that's pretty much all I got. Just wanted to come on here, do the Ohio State game. Because, again, I had the opportunity to do so. I will not be live streaming next week's game against the Indiana Hoosiers. I have to work again that day yet again. But the following week, though, for the final week of the college football regular season, where Ohio State will take on the Michigan Wolverines at home, we will be live for that on Thanksgiving weekend. So be sure to come through and tune in as well. And, again, the neighbors are back outside doing more work It's not even funny. Like, how much more work are these neighbors going to be doing, man? I don't know. These neighbors are just like, why are they doing so much yard work? Like, relax on a Saturday afternoon. Please, it's the weekend. Just relax. Please. Like, why you have to be making so much noise? They're doing all the yard work, man. It's unbelievable. But again, ladies and gents, on that note, that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for me here in this one. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys have not done so, ladies and gents. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out. The Buckeyes win. Let's go. Peace, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. God bless and peace.